The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are The Bostonian versus The Book.
You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus The Book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
And it's going to be a very special Roll Call Friday, everybody. How are you? Welcome back. I feel like I was here 2 seconds ago. It is Bostonian versus The Book. Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault. Day number 5, show number 6. We have so many things to get to today. I don't know how we do a Roll Call Friday, Dave, but I just saw you literally. But how are you? This is a Friday.
Yeah.
It feels like a Friday at the Super Bowl. Everyone's dragging.
Yeah.
Everyone's tired.
I found this Beast Mode shirt. All right.
He's here, right?
He has a store here.
He does.
Marshawn Lynch, actually friend of the show, trying to get him to come down. I don't think he's going to be around today.
Right.
But he had this famous quote, "I'm here just so I don't get fined." And I thought
a lot of people are here for that reason.
there's a lot of people here today for that exact reason.
Yeah.
And listen, man, Super Bowl week is fun.
It is.
Super Bowl week with a home game. I don't know how we did it yesterday with the live show. After we did this show,
Yeah,
It was-
slept
I mean,
like I
hard,
like,
right?
I
Sleep.
haven't slept in a
Out.
long time.
done.
Yeah, I head hit the pillow and I was goodbye.
Yeah.
I was out and then the alarm went off and I was like, oh, we got to do this again. So we got to get up and go. We are
We
live.
get to do this again.
Correct,
We don't
yes,
have
fine,
to do
fine,
this
yes.
again.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, we get to do this again. We are live on our YouTube channel at Boston versus The Book. We are live on Twitter if you guys want to go there at Boston versus The Book. We are replayed on Sirius XM channel 159 and on Sports Grid Television earlier than normal. Thank you for watching the show. We appreciate
Yes.
all you guys for watching it. We're on early, but we're going to have Taylor Matthysse today.
Yes.
Dubsy looks like he went to bed an hour ago.
Yeah.
So
he's
he's
be
hurting.
on.
Dubsy's hurting.
He'll be on. We already spoke.
We got Dubsy.
Yeah.
We got a couple of guys. One guy who's from Philly, one guy who played for the Eagles, who's coming on.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to the Las Vegas Tourism Board here about having the game here, but out of the gate, you guys know him.
Before we start,
Oh,
we just want to tell everybody, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Roll Call Friday will commence in best form and fashion.
you can't.
We got to mention a couple people.
Okay, a couple people, but how?
I mean,
I got
we
no
just
map,
need him
I
here.
got no map to dab. I can't
Oh, we don't got no map.
I can't do that. I can't. I mean, it's sort of like a different, like a, you know.
All right, I don't know how we're going to do it, but stay here for the show.
We'll
Go
do-
watch the
we'll do-
shows.
We'll check in with Pennsylvania out of the gate because James Santori's here.
Bring him in.
From Rhythm, who is going to be with us every single week on BvB here,
Yeah.
starting at the Super Bowl.
That's right.
What is up? Welcome to Vegas. How are you, James?
It's so nice to be here with you guys. I mean, this is like, Vegas is, I get so nervous about coming here.
Really?
And then as soon as I get here, I'm like, this place is the best in the world. So, honored to be here. Set looks amazing. Congrats on the show last night. And,
Yeah.
let's have some fun.
Absolutely. So we're walking, right? And he's like, I love the heat. He's like the dry heat. Like, why don't you move here? He's like, I might.
Yeah.
We may have converted him to move here.
It happens.
He may
It
come
wouldn't
here.
be the worst thing in the world. I mean, but you get away from family. That's one. They don't come to visit you, too. They'll tell you they'll come.
Oh, I disagree with that.
They'll come the first year, and then
I'll
they
tell you
don't
this,
come again.
My parents love Vegas. Like, they go to AC as if AC's Vegas. And you guys probably know how AC is. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
great
yeah,
there.
it's
So
it's way
I think they'd
different.
actually
Yeah.
probably like me better if I lived in Vegas because then they'd have a cool place to come visit. So,
Maybe.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad, if you want me to
Yeah.
come move to Vegas, just let me know right now.
All right.
What is
Let's
the
see what we can do.
feeling in Vegas coming from the East Coast now here?
Well, as an Eagles fan,
Yeah.
that part sucks because like, this is the worst mix of people I could possibly be around. Nobody's been rude, honestly.
Right.
Nobody's been anything, but I've also
Wear
had
the Eagles stuff.
I
what they say.
I wore a hat the other day.
Yeah.
I got some looks.
Yeah, it's not.
But but honestly, I told you guys last time I was on the show, I was like, I expected to be able to sit outside,
Yeah.
enjoy the weather.
Yeah.
It's actually worse here than it is in Philly. So
Exactly.
Besides that, it's amazing.
Yeah, you're wearing the T-shirt. I woke up this morning and I'm like, it was so cold in my house. I was like, what is going on? I looked outside. It was 31 degrees.
62 in my
Oh,
house.
my God.
You've been over to my house.
62 in this?
62 when I woke up this morning and I was like, seriously,
Yeah.
it was cold.
This is weird. This is very weird for us.
This may be like a serial killer move for me. In Chicago, when I lived there, I used to leave my window open in the winter. One time, my thermostat said 33 degrees.
In the room?
It was probably because it was right next to the window, but it was also like
Jessica's going to go and live with him.
You had to sleep good. Do you sleep good in the
I had
cold?
like a heated blanket. I was like,
Oh, my
I felt like
goodness.
I was living outside, but like had the luxuries of a normal person.
He
so.
sleeps with a beanie.
Is there a rhythm model for the temperature to go under?
Look,
I mean, that's ridiculous.
I'm doing some. We're doing some data plays to see if that's actually healthy. Then we're gonna write a book about it and add it into the app as well.
This
So,
is perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. So, listen, you know, been out. What's the most not crazy or fun or party? Like, what have you done for Vegas since you've been here that like?
So like the first
boys and girls want to hear about.
Yeah,
like,
the first
fun.
4 days have been business, like trying to get things rolling for Rhythm. Like we actually have had a great few days. Some big names
Work
be working with us
at the beginning.
It's a work trip. This right here, right now.
Oh, this is when you can
This
finally
is when I'm
relax
starting to
Friday.
have some fun, boys. So
Beautiful. That's
so
good. Okay.
I'm ready to go.
All right.
The game is difficult to model because the numbers are so sharp, we
Yep.
know. But just you personally, how do you see the game going?
I've said this to anybody that's asked. I hope it ends in a 0-0 tie. I hope everybody that's at the game goes home absolutely miserable. And I hope that the Eagles somehow revert to champions last year. But in reality, I do think the Chiefs are going to win. I think they're when the Eagles beat the Chiefs in whatever it was, week 12, week 13, I was like, they don't look like a team that could even win in the playoffs. And then as I've been watching in the playoffs, they don't really have flaws, and I just think if they can get ahead early with their defense being as good as it is, I mean, it's going to be hard for Purdy and them to pick up the offense when they need to in chunk yardage.
It was the weirdest thing last night because we did 2 shows yesterday. Sitting here, you would think the Chiefs are -6.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in this room.
Chiefs.
Everyone.
We go to do our show last night at Resorts World, and we're talking to bookmakers and pro gamblers. Not one on the Chiefs. Niners. We were like,
It's a real divide.
Really?
It's a huge divide. It's the weirdest thing going on right now is how many people are in this room saying what you're saying, and it makes total sense. And then you talk to the guys who are going to go throw either take big money or bet big money, and they're all in the Niners.
Well, again, my model doesn't have anything good for the game. And I also, with my heart, I can't, like the Chiefs broke my heart last year.
Yeah.
I can't, and until they
Can't unforget that.
until they don't do like what they do,
right?
I'm thinking they're winning. So, and honestly, I would kind of like to see the Niners kind of just come out flat, get their ass kicked, and
That's fine. That's
so yeah. We'll see what happens.
So, does the rhythm stuff come up? Because props have
Yeah.
overtaken
I got
the whole thing as
Yeah.
far as handle. Like a lot of books and guys that I know are there's more handle on the props than the game side and total, which 5 years ago hard to believe, 10 years ago impossible.
Yeah.
So you got anything there?
Yeah, I got 3 really good player props. We don't
hit them.
There's not enough data to model like the Reba McEntire
Right,
anthem.
yeah.
So
Right, yeah,
I'm going to
nobody-
say over on that anyway, just because why not? It's over.
Right.
It's fun to hope that she has a long note and hits the over.
What's funny last year on that, by the way, remember there was a big leak last year about how long someone was outside the stadium recording the practice.
Yeah.
We haven't heard or seen any of that about.
Can't get close to that stadium.
I
That's
thought
why.
about it. I thought about standing out there for the people and
You
just
can't get
You can't-
close.
They made it.
There's a perimeter
around the game.
Around, you can't drive by it. You can't park by it. Nothing.
I've got 2 secret parking spaces to go to Allegiant. They've extended it so far out that it
Can't get in there.
covers up all my secret parking spaces. It's impossible right now. It's
Well,
like Fort Knox there.
So it's gridlock. It sounds
Yeah,
like
you
that's
can't
perfect. What
walk.
else?
Don't drive.
Great.
Walk to the game Sunday. for
But
sure.
yeah, so I've 3 player props.
Hit 'em. Let's go.
Debo Samuel under 16.5 rushing yards.
Under. Interesting.
Rushing.
To me, he only runs
Okay.
jet sweeps.
True.
It's going to be like they can maybe try a jet sweep early in the game. If that play itself isn't over 16.5, it's going to be tough for Debo to just continue to getting rushes unless the script is different.
I like it,
so
though. I hear
very
you.
confident in that.
Okay.
45.5% edge from Rhythm.
Nice.
We were projecting 10.7 yards from Debo. So
6 yards of value there. Okay.
yeah,
I
so
like
really
it.
you felt comfortable with that
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy under 12.5 rushing yards.
Oh, you're going against the world on that.
So the reason being, so obviously against the Lions,
Okay.
whatever,
Yeah.
42 yards.
Oh yeah.
4 previous games, 20 total combined yards.
yeah, he didn't run.
So
Rushing.
rushing. Yeah.
And even if he's scrambling,
Yeah.
I don't think he and I'm not trying to discredit him. I don't think he has Mahomes' athleticism to be able to escape the pocket in the same way.
Definitely true. But
and get forward positive momentum.
That bet wins if he doesn't get opportunities.
Yeah.
If he scrambles 3 times, 4 maybe, he goes over that number.
Yeah.
No?
Well, I just don't know if he's getting forward progression with the way that the
what
Chiefs
about
line
what
is.
about the last time when the Mahomes kneel downs and all that comes into play?
Oh,
So-
if San Francisco's winning, that does come into play.
yeah, so, like, you gotta
the
be
kneel
careful.
downs. He lost 16 yards.
Yeah, so you got to be
Yeah.
careful on that. When you're,
Yeah, look, that's they project. We project 10.1 yards, so that one's not as
that's
big.
going to be a sweat.
But personally, I really think I don't think Brock's got the legs under him against this defense.
Okay.
And this, I just
fast.
think if the game script is saying that Brock needs to be rushing the ball, and again, if he's somehow escaping the pocket like that, then I feel like the 12.5 is going to end up being 30 or something. It's either going to be.
Oh, you're going to be a major sweat, like just to stay under, like with 1 or 2 attempts, or it'll be over quick.
There's nothing wrong with a little sweat. You need something going Super Bowl.
right?
Last one, and this is one I bet, and Rhythm projects this one a lot, and it's one of my favorite bets. Justin Watson over 16.5 reception yards, minus 120. We predict 22.6.
Wow, it's 2 catches.
Justin Watson's one of those guys like a Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Big play.
One play.
You could get it. Yeah.
And this isn't a recommended bet. This is one that I combine with Rhythm's data, but I do like a Justin Watson touchdown. I just think they're really going to be spreading the ball around. I think it's going to be totally dependent on, again, who gets open, who's finding that. And Andy Reid is better at figuring that out. And he's better at spreading the ball around than basically anybody else.
What do we call this, like, when he veers off the model? Like the Santori special?
Oh,
or what,
I like that.
Something, right?
Yeah,
Because you just said it's, like, not recommended, but you're saying that
You like it yourself.
You like it yourself.
Well,
I like that. You can use that. I've been telling people about the rhythm model. You can not customize it, but you can. You can make it, right?
And you can really take the predictions and use your gut instinct to pair with that.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, a lot of times, like we have, if you see behind you, you have the green star. The green star just says, hey, between the win probability and the edge, this is something that we think is a good bet.
Yeah.
But when there's caution signs, which is the yellow triangle, it really is just saying there may be something not baked into the model to just consider. So where I was thinking about who I think would score a touchdown and who would have value,
Right.
I thought Justin Watson did. I looked at Rhythm, and it was a 47% chance. And I'm like, for a prop bet at plus money, I feel comfortable taking that. So
for someone, we have a lot of new people who are tuning into this show because it's obviously Media Row Week.
Super
so
Bowl,
Super Bowl
all
things
that
are going
stuff,
on.
yeah.
So for someone who does not know what Rhythm is, obviously the core OGs know, but like the new audience, what is Rhythm? How can they get it? What do you guys offer?
Yeah, so basically imagine that, all the sharps, they have their models. They have, some of them have data feeds, data scientists building these models for them, taking care of them. Time, money, expertise that a lot of people just don't have. Rhythm basically takes that and puts it into a really easy and sleek to use interface and app to where you can build your own custom models. You can have AI build those models for you, and then you get recommended bets for every single game across NFL, NBA, college basketball, college football, WNBA. And the way I look at it is like, let's say you wake up Sunday morning, you don't know what to bet on. Rhythm will tell you all of the best bets across every single game. So no more scrolling through a sports book. It's really like, hey, between props and picks, you can see what the best bets are, especially for like NBA props when there's so many games every night and you just want to see where the points, rebounds, assist value is. Rhythm tells you that right away.
PRA, that's what the kids are calling it, the PRA.
Points, rhythm.
It's a great bet because you have 3 different levers.
Right,
you can't shoot that day. You may be able to dish the ball out.
Right.
So the thing I have noticed, and we're going to talk on Tuesdays and Fridays now on the show during every week, but we'll do a lot of NBA on Tuesday because obviously a big NBA slate, so we'll get to the NBA player props. But what I've noticed by using the app, which is interesting, is that I can either build my own or just if I'm bored, lazy, don't want to do it, Rhythm will tell you, and you then can kind of figure out, do I like that play, yes or no?
Yeah, people shouldn't ever do anything blindly in sports betting. But what we're trying to do is give people some more data that they can say, again, validate their own thoughts. Like, I think Justin Watson not only is going to have over receiving yards, I think he's also going to have a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was in my head, and Rhythm gave me data that made me feel more comfortable taking that. So that's something we're also going to add in is more context and visualization to help, again, support the picks. But again, right now, it's, again, you have Rhythm does it for you, and you do the rest as far as just thinking what is a good bet.
So when I hear you say that, that's like I used to say it in the room or in a book, like that's confirmation bias. You want to confirm.
Yep.
The other thing that Rhythm can do is keep you off a play.
Absolutely.
That's it doesn't have to confirm what you already think.
Yeah.
You may go, boy, I really like this, and you put it in, and they go, whoa, I didn't see that, or maybe the rhythm model's seeing something I don't. I love that part of it.
You learn.
Too.
You learn.
You learn.
Yeah, which is important because there's not a lot of tools to help bettors learn about themselves, and it is a really important thing. Like, I never bet the Nets. Rhythm recommends the Nets sometimes.
Oh.
I've lost betting the Nets way too many times to be burned again, so I stay far away from that. But that's just something that I know about my personal models that say that. So, that's kind of like, but again, it validates my hesitancy to do that. So.
All right, so you are in Philly. You are a Sixers fan. We've talked to you about this.
Oh,
is your team dead?
So I woke up yesterday thrilled with Buddy Hield.
Seriously, we were so excited a month ago when you were on. And
this is why I don't get excited. I told you that.
Right.
I said
he was right.
Yeah.
He was right.
This is like I've been burned so often recently, and then yesterday I'm like, Buddy Hield, what a great start to my day. I get out of a few meetings. We trade Pat Bev, and I'm like, that's the guy that's the glue of the team right now. And then Jaden Springer, who's a good young talent, we traded to our rival for a second-round pick. Unless he did something awful that I don't know about, what is the reasoning behind that? Daryl Morey, please let me know. I'm confused, brother.
It's called punting on the season. That's what that's called.
Which I get, but we didn't get assets back that help us in the future. So I'm like, what is the
process? We're back to this process BS, which.
Yeah, I saw that they made the move so they can get Kyle Lowry on the buyout market.
Oh,
thanks.
5 years ago, I'd been like,
great.
Let's go. Now I'm like,
Kyle Lowry.
He's great in the locker room, and we need that. But we also had Pat Bev, who was playing the best basketball of his life. It's just, I don't know.
Would you bring Embiid back this season?
I saw this the other
hard
day.
Question.
I think your title windows are so slim.
Yep.
We have stretched this title window, if you want to call it that,
right,
as thin as you can possibly stretch it.
The window's wider than these 5 screens.
The fact that we're still talking about the Sixers have not won a champion, it blows my freaking mind. So
wow,
I do think, for Embiid's sake, you got to try this. You got to do it. We have more depth this year than we've had in previous years around him, and it's a matter. And the pieces fit. That's the thing with Harden and Simmons. Never really quite fit. Now it fits. So. You got to just get him healthy. You got to hope that he's okay. As long as his fitness is okay, I think we'll be fine. And who knows what happens in the playoffs.
That's my point. If I was a Sixers fan, I would say 100%.
We already know what happens in the playoffs.
Hey, come on. Positivity. I need this.
You told us a month ago, and I didn't. I was trying to be
Celtics beat the
I'm in
Sixers.
Vegas this Friday. I'm trying to feel good about something,
Bostonian
man.
versus the book. It's Celtics all the time, and he's right. It's annoying. I had hope.
Jason Tatum's my boogeyman.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
Sixers too. Really, it's Al Horford your boogeyman because
hey,
Al
don't
Horford,
say the AH word here. He's enemy of the state in Philadelphia.
Al Horford just shuts down Embiid, and then that's it.
I publicly announced that I was at a bar in Sea Isle City, New Jersey. Shout out Sea Isle.
We're probably somebody watching the show.
Popped up on Twitter, and I'm in the middle of this bar. I'm like, the Sixers just signed Al Horford, and people are cheering. They're like, biggest mistake of my life was saying that. I think I cursed the Sixers.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was not exciting. It turned out to be a huge disgrace, and now he's
back with Boston doing
he just destroyed.
Are you down with the Flyers at all? Like the
I was
last night,
and then
what was last night?
And then now Carter Hart is no longer with the team.
Yeah, that's
is he gone for the year?
He's gone.
We don't know.
Indefinite, right?
Yeah, he may be gone from hockey.
Temporarily canceled until further notice.
He might be in jail.
Yeah. He may be done playing
temporary
hockey,
canceled
not
again.
for the Flyers, for everybody.
Don't know the background,
right. Yeah.
But I'll say this. Flyers got my hopes up for a little bit too.
Yeah.
I went to a game, great energy. I was loving it.
Last night was
I was like, I need to get a new Flyers jersey. When that pops in your head, same thing with the Sixers. I'm like, that's when I knew things were going to go bad.
See,
a week later.
When I was a Red Sox fan, or I am, but when I was in
so beaten down. Philly fans were beaten down.
When I was in the Philly, because Boston fans were once there.
Yeah.
So opening day and truck day became very big deals. Is everyone talking about the Phillies, or is it still too early?
Well, the thing with the Phillies is we've been slow this offseason, right? We've been in the mix for Yamamoto, in the mix for some other guys. Nothing's quite happened.
Were they really, though? I think that was just news stories floated.
The PR is circulating that Middleton had a lot of money out there. So now it's like, all right, they may go get Blake Snell. They may go get Jordan Montgomery.
Right.
So those are the conversations where I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'm fine not being the team everybody's talking about in the postseason like last year because with Trey Turner, everybody's talking about the team being unbeatable.
Right.
So I'm okay with it. I think they're built to win. I still think the Dodgers are going to be the Dodgers and not be able to, I think it's really the Braves again, and we have the Braves number. So
there were so many media members at this morning's Ohtani press conference, It's going to be unreal.
Yeah, it's a shame he can't pitch right now, but
circus. I know.
Doesn't matter. He's in a Dodger uniform.
Do you think he'll be able to pitch like anywhere close to what he was doing is amazing, but like you've had
as a Tommy John survivor, as a survivor of the injury,
it's hard to come back the second time.
So that's the thing that's crazy now. Guys do it because technology's so good, and like the rehab process. I was at LaSalle University trying to rehab with this 2013. There's no technology.
Pitching lab was.
I'm pretty sure Shohei's got people sitting at his bedside.
Yeah.
So and there's different tech. Like Bryce Harper came back from Tommy John in 3 months. He's not a pitcher.
I know, right?
But it's and he's a freak. So his elbow's going to be fine. It's really a matter. It's like an insurance thing. Do the Dodgers want to risk him being out for any period of time if he tries to come? And so I think definitely not this year.
Right.
I'm sure. Look, if Ohtani's still throwing 97,
that's good.
Yeah.
Even if he's a reliever. And it just, who knows what they'll do with him, but it's going to be so. I mean, the Dodgers got everything this year, and it's going to be interesting.
Before we let you go, is there anything we can recommend help you with on your Vegas experience? Do you need?
When are you leaving?
Sunday.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I was supposed to leave. I told you I was supposed to. I was supposed to leave today.
I know.
And then I moved my trip to at least Sunday morning.
Smart.
Okay.
Maybe Tuesday, depending if I get into the Super Bowl. So I may end up. I told you I may move here. I may move here. It may already be happening as I'm speaking. Like I may be living at the Paris now. I don't even know. But by the way, the one thing I do have to say,
whatever it is.
I do have to say this.
Yeah.
I stayed at the Flamingo Monday night.
Yeah.
Circus is up here. Flamingo's down here.
Circus. Wow.
I don't know. People I may have had the only good experience there. Everybody else is talking so bad. I'm like,
the steakhouse at Circus is good.
Me and my buddy went there. Shout out Michael Flax. We had a great dinner there.
Yeah. Good steakhouse. It's not horrible. It's just a lot of kids and a lot of clowns.
You don't see kids at 3 a.m. and you're walking back. You're a little bit tipsy and you're just seeing all the lights and the carnival. You're like, this is very Vegas.
Yeah.
Same thing with Excalibur. That place is like a fever dream.
Well, Luxor and Excalibur are haunted, so I've told everybody that.
I've heard some nightmares about the Luxor, honestly.
But it's smart.
Yeah.
So you'll be here all the weekend.
Yeah. So if you guys want to hang out
shoot
more,
a text. We'll hook up later.
Last time I was on the show, we did not have NBA player props.
Now
we now have NBA player props.
Fantastic.
So every single night, every single game, the best player props across all the different bet types.
Good.
It is awesome. They've been winning for people, and people are just absolutely loving it. So go try it out.
Be a regular thing every week.
Every week with James here. Sure. If you folks want to go get the Rhythm app, how do they do so?
You can either
look right in that camera right there on the right and tell the people right there.
Download it right now. Type in Rhythm, RITHMM. Or I'm sure there's a link on our bios or social media, whatever it is. But RITHMM. We have a free 7-day trial, unlimited picks, props. It's awesome. I promise you, people are winning a lot of money. Give it a try.
James, thank you for coming by. Go have fun. Run around here. You were smart to extend your trip to go experience all this chaos.
Pray for me. Seriously, pray for me.
Yeah. Thank you for Rhythm. We appreciate the relationship more than you know.
You have no idea.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I want to meet anyone that I can meet while they're here in Vegas.
Yes, please.
We want to meet them.
We'll connect later. But
please do.
A lot of fun with you guys.
Awesome. James Santori from Rhythm joining us here.
Go like this backwards over your ear.
So then there we
just
go.
Set that right down on there, and now you can get up.
There you go. Clean as could be. Enjoy it. Have fun. Keep yourself out of trouble. Enjoy it, my friend.
Call us if you need us.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thanks so much, man. That's James Santori.
Yeah,
please, we'd love to.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Have to.
James Santori from Rhythm here on the Bostonian
water.
of the book. Don't forget your water. I don't see
Taylor right there.
There's Taylor. Taylor, come on in.
Or right this way.
Come
That's
on
fine.
in. Come on, Taylor. Come on in. Come on in.
Right.
Say hi. They know each other?
Yeah.
You guys know each other? We do. Oh,
awesome.
Who don't you know? My goodness.
Great. Sit down.
You know everybody. It's like you two.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness. You know everybody. She knows everybody. My goodness.
Been
gracious.
around.
All right. That's phenomenal. Taylor Matthysse sitting down to talk to us from Sports Grid. This is going to be a ton of fun here. We talked a little bit earlier about everything happening in the weather here, and she was outside freezing at the golf tournament. It was raining. It was 40 degrees, and she was out covering the Live Golf Tournament.
They canceled the first day at Phoenix.
Yeah.
Postponed.
They had to.
Because of the weather.
Right.
Oh, I should do any man.
You're live. You're right there. You're fine.
Your mic's hot.
Oh, we're live.
We're live right now.
We're live.
Yeah, the chat is rolling. Everybody's getting excited.
Good morning,
They're going
everybody.
crazy right now.
This is what we do.
Look right
They're
at that
going-
ISO cam, the one on the right.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell them.
Good morning, everybody. Taylor Matthysse here on BvB.
yeah, look
Yes,
at that.
it's phenomenal in person. BvB. So
Vegas.
No, yesterday outside golf tournament. Why?
Great question. Also, though, can somebody tell me, you guys live here?
Yeah.
Why was it raining and why was it
I don't
40
know.
degrees in
Here we
Vegas?
go.
I don't know.
People have been blaming us all week. He started apologizing on Tuesday. I'm like,
Yeah.
can't control the weather. It rains here.
I just
you
feel
live in
bad.
Arizona. It rains there.
It
the
does.
Summer it rains hard and a lot at times.
It can.
It's
Monsoon
okay.
season.
Right.
It gets
yeah,
wild. It gets
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It
Well,
does.
It,
It's a little
did,
nuts.
it did here on Monday and Tuesday. Nobody
Yeah.
knew how to drive around.
No.
I know.
Link flooded.
Why,
we were like,
and
what
why
the
does
hell?
that always happen like that? We all act like, because we live in the desert, that we've never seen rain before. When
No,
it gets
whoa,
like
whoa,
that,
whoa, whoa.
nobody
We
knows how to
don't.
drive.
You're from Chicago
I
and
am.
you've lived in Nebraska and Iowa.
Yeah,
I'm
right, so
from
you know.
Boston. I lived in Nebraska and Iowa. Dave's from
Pittsburgh.
Pennsylvania. He's lived around. It's the people on the West Coast who don't know how to drive in the rain.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We grow up driving in the rain.
So
They
we-
think an inch of rain is like the end of the world.
Yes. We grow up in the elements.
Yes.
So we know what we're doing.
And they do not.
And they don't. So when it
California.
does
Sorry,
happen,
California.
it's foreign territory.
It's nothing personal, guys.
It's
but
California.
Really,
it's like whenever
really
there's
bad.
accidents, like, oh,
It's
California
really
plate.
bad.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, yep, it's California. Every time here, it's incredible. Accidents, driving in the rain, any type of like snow, sleet, anything here,
Right.
end of the world.
Right?
It's accidents coming here on Monday. Traffic everywhere, every highway. Why? People can't drive.
Same thing in Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm
Same
used
thing.
to it. But,
Yeah.
you know, I wasn't expecting it to be as cold as it was on the golf course yesterday.
Right?
I was huddled in. I had the coat over my head.
So you did,
I was,
you did F1 here.
yes.
Was freezing. You were outside.
It's your
I'm-
fault.
it's me.
You
Are
did
you
the
Elsa?
golf
I'm the bad-
tournament
You're
here.
Elsa.
I'm
It
the
was
bad-
freezing.
Taylor Matthysse is
Let
Elsa.
it rain. Let it rain.
Let it snow. But it's the difference.
Can you come back in the spring when it's warm, please? This is too
No, I'll
for
probably bring the rain with
Right?
me.
Oh,
Exactly.
please.
Oh,
Don't
that's
bring me
tremendous.
back. Don't
Yeah.
bring me back to Vegas.
We'll have
Actually,
you back.
every time I do come, it rains. I was here for UFC 290 in the summer.
Did it rain?
Don't.
Did it
I
rain?
actually think it might have sprinkled. It might have sprinkled one of the mornings that I was here.
Hey, there's Emmett.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
It's all your
man.
fault.
There's
It's
my
all-
man, Emmett Smith,
Yeah,
right there.
we need that. I know.
You're a Cowboy fan.
Ah.
That's right.
I mean, seriously.
Cowboy
yeah.
fan Taylor. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, I may have just texted a picture of Emmett to my dad.
There you
I
go.
did.
You had to.
I did
Of
do
course.
that.
Yes,
It's my man Emmett. My dad has to see that.
Does he get a kick out of it? Does David, Papa David, get a kick out of you seeing and sending him
Oh,
these pictures?
well,
and stuff?
especially Emmett Smith. That's
Yeah.
the only one I've
Right.
taken.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because
All right,
my
yeah.
dad loves
his guy?
Emmett. That is his guy. Yeah, so it's like, that's what got him into being a Cowboys fan, a football fan, all of it. So
okay.
Emmett is his
guy.
man.
Yeah, his
So when I
guy.
saw Emmett over
Yeah.
there, I was like, I gotta
Yeah.
get a little picture and send
Right.
it over to my.
You didn't go over
My
and say,
dad.
"Can we take a picture?"
Oh, he
No,
will.
I'm not brave enough for
Come
that.
What
on.
are you talking about?
Come
Who's
on,
going to
Taylor.
say no to you?
I don't
on.
know.
What
but
are you talking about? Those
I don't
boots,
know.
the whole look.
No, the
You're
boots.
gonna. Yes, let's take a picture.
Yes.
Come on.
I'm not brave enough. I don't know. I was too
You're not
nervous.
brave enough?
We'll take
Maybe
care of that.
Stuff
maybe
that
I'll
you
get up the
do.
courage. Maybe I'll get up the
If
courage
he
to
comes
go
back
over
again,
there.
I'm going to ask him.
Yeah,
If he comes over
I'll
here
ask
again,
him.
I'll ask
just
him.
we'll make
Take that
happen.
microphone off and ask.
I'll be like, all
Absolutely.
right.
What was yesterday like, aside from the weather, obviously? What was the golf tournament like? Because Dave and I both may go tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're a little bit, I mean, it's going to be 45 degrees.
So I wasn't at the Live tournament. I was at the Sports Illustrated
Oh.
event. I might go to Live though tomorrow as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So what was
all
the
right, we'll meet
difference?
you.
So the Sports Illustrated tournament was a lot of
Celebrities?
NFL players and celebrities that were
Oh,
golfing.
Okay. I
Yeah,
thought it was a
so,
live tournament. Okay. There's two
It
tournaments.
was
going on.
Max Crosby
Okay.
was golfing against, I think really their two main people was Paige Sporanic was
Yep.
the other one. And they
Okay,
were
yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
head to head were like the people, I guess, headlining
Okay.
the golf tournament.
But Paige can play.
Paige can
But
play.
of course.
she can play.
So yeah, I'm assuming that she probably won. I must say too, she is so sweet,
Nice.
so nice.
Good.
Yeah,
Great.
loved
She's so
talking to her.
smart. She's
Max
so smart.
Crosby, also so nice.
Nice, huh?
Very sweet.
Down
All
to-
of them.
it's nice to
They're-
meet people that are down to earth.
Yes, it
right?
is.
Like because there's
It
a
is.
lot of
Dave is experiencing it.
gigantic egos
There are.
walking around this place. Like I was coming up the escalator and I said it, and someone came over to me and said, "You just nailed what this is."
Yeah.
And he said, "I wish you'd say it." I said, "I'm going to say it on the show.
Yeah.
Come on over, Bostonian versus Book." I can't believe it. So, isn't it refreshing when you
Oh,
meet
it is.
someone like that? And
It's so great.
right?
It's the best when you meet somebody like that.
Yeah.
You're right. There are a lot of big personalities, big egos that walk around. some crazies here and there. I was like, we got to somebody else. I'm trying to think. Marshall Falk was awesome.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
nice.
Good.
Nice.
Great interview. Super cool guy, too.
Were
We
you
talked to him.
Summerlin?
Did you play golf?
No, I did not.
Did you swing any golf clubs?
I can't golf.
Oh, you
Really?
can't at all?
I wish.
Wow.
And, living in Arizona, I actually have said I should pick up lessons. I should
Get
start taking
Paige
some
to teach you.
lessons. I'm a lefty.
Okay.
So,
that'll be fine.
It's fine, but I feel like a lot of people will try to give me pointers when I go to Top Golf and stuff. and I'm like,
no.
Go
okay,
away.
but it's a
No.
little,
Yeah.
it's a little different when you're on the other side.
Yeah.
Paige and you should go have Paige teach you golf in Arizona.
I know, and
Absolute gold
she talked
content.
a lot about. I didn't know she has her website where she basically teaches people
Yeah.
different golfing techniques, all of this,
Just
and
the tip.
different
Absolute gold.
things.
It's called Just the Tip.
What?
That's right.
It's called Just the
is
Tip.
Just
Oh,
the
She's
tip.
brilliant.
What?
She
Oh,
is
my goodness.
Absolutely brilliant.
That's what it's called?
She
Yes.
is
That's
definitely.
It's
fantastic.
called Just the Tip.
She's definitely somebody who's like taken everything
Put my
that's come her
glasses on
way
for a second.
and built
brilliant.
something huge out of it.
She's absolutely brilliant. I tell Dave all the
She
time.
is.
I look at her content. I'm like,
Smart
she
woman.
is so smart to lean into every bit of
Everything.
that. That is
Everything.
so incredibly intelligent.
Yep.
Okay, for the game Sunday, any thoughts? Are we doing a Taylor top prop? Where are we going?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, here
Of
we
course,
go.
I've got some top props. I've got too many props that I like.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, of course I do. I've always got a slew of props. Of course, Travis Kelce. We've got to give a Travis Kelce play.
Yeah.
I would take him over his receptions line. Seen it at 6.5. I've seen it at 7.5. I've seen it teeter in between all week.
Yep.
I don't know if I would take it over 7.5, but if you can get it at 6.5 still, I think it's a good play. My favorite prop, though, on the game has got to be on the other side. 49ers tight end George Kittle. Longest reception, under 21.5 receiving yards. That is my favorite play.
Me
Kansas
versus
City
you.
Chiefs
Me
defend the
versus
tight
you,
end
Taylor.
position very well. Third best secondary in the league. But besides that, breaking down the numbers, they've gone against 39 different tight ends throughout this season. 36% of those went over 21 receiving yards total, not even a longest reception. Only 2 went over that line of 21.5 yards for the longest reception.
But they've
prop.
given up 50 or more in, I think it was 11 of 17 games in the regular season, the Chiefs defense to tight ends. So it's me versus you. I'm on kills over.
No, but see, I'm saying I'm not on his but
Total yards. He's on the
but-
longest reception.
yeah,
yard.
Okay.
longest reception.
I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
Different.
I'm on over 49.5. I'm on anytime touchdown for
Hey,
Kittle.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, I'm not on that. But I love George and I went to college together. We were very good buds.
You're
we graduated.
friends?
We
Yeah.
are.
I knew
yeah.
Iowa.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't know him or not. So
But
you know him.
I did when I was working at Daily Iowan TV,
Yes.
at the University of
Right.
Iowa, and his
So your
wife Claire,
right?
she played women's basketball at Iowa as
didn't
well.
know that.
Yeah, she did.
She's tall.
Yes,
okay, that makes
she
sense
is.
now.
So the two of them, they've been together forever. They were together
That's
at
awesome.
Iowa, everything like
Wow.
that, and they are exactly the same people that you
That's
all the
fantastic.
time. They're also somebody.
great.
He is the most down to earth, the
Oh, he's awesome.
nicest.
Yeah.
He's like one of my favorites. Yeah.
His
So I'm
tattoos
like,
are
I
awesome.
hate that I'm kind of betting against him in a way.
It's not personal.
It's not
It's
personal.
not personal.
It's business.
It never
It's not
is
personal.
Just
It's
business.
just business,
Just
Kittle.
business.
It's just
Yes,
business.
It's just business.
Caitlin Clark is doing things at Iowa that I don't think anyone.
Unheard of.
What's your take on the whole Caitlin Clark phenomenon?
Well,
'Cause it's so fun.
Love to
But
see
you
it.
went right. Like,
Yeah.
is it something that you
Proud of?
right? Like,
100%. Well, one, I think what she's doing in the sport, unheard of. But
Right.
then on a grander scale, what she's doing for women's sports, women's basketball, putting them on the map, and what she's doing for the University of Iowa, too.
Yeah.
More people, Iowa fans right now, I think we watch every women's basketball game instead of the men's.
It's
like,
a 10 times harder ticket.
Yeah.
The women's basketball ticket is 10
Which is
times harder.
wild and amazing.
Carver Hawkeye is
at the
completely
same time.
sold out, and the secondary ticket market is because she's gonna,
on the road.
that too on the road too. Yeah,
She's selling the
Yeah.
tickets on the road.
You go, Caitlin.
I
she's
love
going to break the
women's
record next
basketball.
week. She's going to break the scoring record next week.
100%.
So when that happens, that ticket price is going to be the most expensive ticket in women's basketball, college basketball history to get in to watch that. And it's not just her scoring; she's the Steph Curry.
She is.
She is Steph Currying women's basketball because she's taking logo threes and knocking them down like crazy. And then she has no chill about it, and she just like
she's just like, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's like whatever. And then, I mean, the fact that I covered Iowa, I was there in Des Moines, like watching little girls who are screaming Caitlin like she's a rock star.
Exactly.
And they look up to her.
Cool.
She's changing lives with so many people that go, I want to be the next Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really cool in a state that hasn't really had that type of like emphasis. Like, women's basketball has been important, but it's been other women's sports in Iowa, not women's hoops. I think it's one of the craziest, most unique stories, and it's only beginning because March Madness is going to be wild for her.
What's crazy about that? You talking about Caitlin Clark and like we're talking about what she's doing for women's basketball, for women's sports. I just think, though, 2023, 2024 are the year of women in general.
Is, right.
I'm like, you look at the Grammys, women dominated the Grammys.
Yep.
You've got so many women that are somewhat in relation to the sports world, like Brittany Mahomes, married to Patrick Mahomes, and now she just got announced that she's a rookie for Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition yesterday morning.
Post-child.
So yes. So
Props.
I'm just like, all these women are really like paving their own paths, and it's super cool to see. It's awesome for women, I feel like, in every industry, in every area.
You didn't mention your namesake, though, like Taylor Swift, in terms of like what she's doing. So, like,
What you said, Taylor?
I mean, Year of a Woman, Taylor Swift has owned everything.
Taylor Swift is the woman of the year every year.
But I mean, 2023, she
she's-
won everything, took down. She's the most profitable tour in history. She's doing a world tour. She announces another album that's going to be breaking every other record when it comes out in April.
Yep.
I mean, I hate the fact, as a Swiftie, I hate the fact she's tied to the Chiefs. It pisses me off because I hate the Chiefs, and I can't wait for the year to be over. I'm excited because
Wait, you're a Swiftie?
Yes. So.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
So my
Me
daughter
too.
And his
so,
daughter,
my daughter,
over the moon.
crazy.
Oh, I
so
love
we
that.
we were fourth row on the floor for the Eras tour here in town when it was at Allegiant. I'm gigantic into. I can't wait to see the new album because it's probably. I think it's going to be Folklore 2.0.
I hope it is.
So me too. It's my favorite album by her.
I think Folklore is my favorite album.
Look at
also.
you.
Well, I go back and forth though. My favorite song ever by Taylor Swift is All Too Well.
Okay.
Hands down, the
10-minute
10-minute version.
Yeah, okay.
Duh.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
course we're going
Yeah.
the 10-minute version.
Wow.
How can you not?
Right.
But of course that's on Red. So
Yes.
I do love Red, but Folklore, the one is
It's unbelievable. Evermore and Folklore
Great.
are incredible. My daughter really loves. She loves the Lover album. I can't stand it.
really, the Lover
I like
album's
it.
a little too poppy for me.
Yeah,
Little too poppy.
I'm not a fan.
Maybe in my age as I've gotten older, because I'm like, I grew up on
Right.
Taylor Swift. She's 2 years older than me, so I felt like
Wow.
with the come up of her,
okay. Yeah,
growing
yeah,
up,
yeah.
I was into her music. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I was there back with Tim McGraw,
Yeah,
like
nice.
Teardrops on My Guitar.
I'm old, right? I saw her at 16 playing that song live, opening for Rascal Flatts. So that's how old
Rascal
I am.
Flats was one of my first concerts
There you go.
ever.
Yeah. So she was on. She opened for them. Played 4 songs by herself, just a guitar. Came
Wow.
out, little 16-year-old Taylor Swift. So then I saw her at the Red Tour. I was at the Rain Show. You know the famous Rain Show in
Yes.
Gillette. I was
Yes.
there. I was at that show. So I saw that. Took my little sister to her first Taylor show, and then I took my daughter to the Eras tour. So I've seen her 3 times. I've seen her in all 3 different ages: 16, in her 20s, now her 30s. I think what's wild for me is that I need to go back to Taylor the artist, not Taylor the football fan. I'm tired of Taylor the football fan.
And you know what? I
love
think
Taylor the
she's
artist.
tired of being Taylor the football fan too.
Is she?
I don't think she's like soaking it all in. Like when the camera's on her, she's not like,
Right.
like
She was in
you
the
know,
beginning. In
I
the
don't-
beginning, she was.
And you know what though?
Because the Brads and
She's Taylor
Chads and the
Swift.
dads. I mean,
She can do. She
you
can
can
do whatever.
But she said, if I piss
She
off
can
a few,
do anything.
If I piss off a few Brads, Chads, and dads, so what?
She can do whatever she wants.
She can. She's mother, as you guys call her, right?
Right.
She's mother, and she can do it. And I'm normally on board with all of that. I'm excited for football to go back to football, and it's too much. Here's the thing. One more thing. And we'll change the topic. He hates this topic.
No.
One more
I
topic.
just
Travis Kelce.
I don't have enough information.
Travis Kelce is giving a master's class on how to be involved with a powerful, successful woman. Every question he's asked, I'm blown away. The guy has an awesome answer to every question because I'm Travis Kelce. I'm in the Super Bowl. I'm going to maybe win my 3rd ring. I'm a Hall of Famer.
Right.
All you're asking me about is the girl I'm dating.
Yes.
And he has taken every
soon to be engaged to, in my mind.
Oh, God, no. So
I told Dave this, did I not? We will roll back tape. I'm going to go through the archives of Sports Grid.
It's been a while.
I said on air
She did.
that a long, long time ago, I think they're going to get married. And if they do, I'll
in
be
week
pulling
8.
that out.
With me and Ranieri one night, she threw it out there.
Wow.
I threw it out there, and they both thought I was
And
ridiculous.
I was, well, no, I didn't think you were ridiculous. I just thought, really? Like now? And you're like, I'm telling you it's going to
I
happen.
hope it was for her.
And then,
I want that for her.
I want that love story for her.
No, look, when you sing your whole the thing, there's some lyrics. This is real inside school, Dave. But there's lyrics about her being a people pleaser, but her wanting to love, right? Wanting to be involved in that. So I want that for her because she's wanted that for herself. She's if there's a song lyric about I spent my whole life trying to put that into words, what love is, and she writes about love all the time. For her not to have it is kind of weird, right? I mean, it's like she needs to be in love. That's where the music comes from. But the Joe breakup album is coming in April, and it's going to be
I love that you called it the Joe breakup.
It is. That's what it is.
Dave's like, I have nothing to contribute.
But
to
no,
this right now.
fine.
Like,
I'm
you
following
go.
this
But
whole
that's
back and
what
forth.
this is.
Right.
The album in April is the Joe. We all wait for it. When's the Joe breakup album coming? This is the Joe breakup album.
It is. It's going to be the Joe breakup album.
It could end her. If Travis, we've seen exes wreck relationships.
If you're a music fan, my thing about Taylor Swift is I will say the last thing I'm going to say is her songwriting and her lyrics as a lyricist are just
amazing.
Top notch. And I'm like, in a past life of mine, most people don't know this, but I actually grew up singing, and I put my way through college singing in a band.
Really?
Yes, I did. And I tried out for American Idol, The Voice.
Is there a video of this?
Yeah, there's lots of videos of me singing that are on here. I've got a tattoo of music notes on me. My whole plan originally, I got my scholarship to go to Iowa. I already knew I probably wanted to do broadcast journalism, but my other choice was, and my parents were fully supportive of me to move to LA and try to make it in music.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were like, I think if you want to do it, you go. But my mom was like, I don't think you should go to college then if that's what you're really going to try to go do. Yeah, they were very supportive. My parents
do you
had me
sing it all now?
just for fun.
Just for
My
fun?
parents had me in vocal lessons for 11 years. They discovered I had, I would say, talent. Musically, I acted growing up, and my mom was the one that got me into acting. I got my first lead when I was in 3rd grade, and I had 2 solos, and I was so scared to sing, though, because I was like, I've acted, but I've never sang in front of this many people, and I don't know if I can do this. I sang, and afterwards, a ton of people came up to my parents, and they were like, you have to do something with Taylor. Like, she has a great voice. And my mom was like, you are in voice lessons. So I took voice lessons for 11 years. I sang and was in musicals and did theater my entire life, and then tried out for American Idol at 16.
Wow.
Did not. That's a story.
That's hard.
Then I tried out for The Voice at 22, and I made it relatively far, and I got cut very close to the actual shows. And then after that, to me, I sang in a cover band in 80s and 90s rock cover band. Through college. Yeah. Made great money. I wasn't even 21 yet, and I was going to the bars and got to like hang out.
You made great money at it. Wow.
It was fun. And then I
That's funny.
just kind of decided, I was like, I don't think music's going to be the path. And I went the other way.
Here's the path, the new path that we can veer. We always talk about always forward, never straight. It just hit me while you were talking. You can sing the plays. If you sing the
maybe
plays,
I have to do that sometime.
Let's talk to the agent. Let's
start doing a little
if you sing the plays,
musical props.
Well, no, who's doing
My
that?
Taylor's top prop should now be in singing.
You
I
could
should
sing the plays.
All right, Dave, I might have to try this out one time.
It's gonna go viral. We had Annie on yesterday. She did a Zoom meeting.
True.
About it propelled something else, right? Like
Took
there's
off.
something different there. I love it.
That's
I don't
true.
like it. You sing
All right,
the
fair.
parlay.
You know
or
what?
the
I'll try
play,
it. You sing a parlay. I
or
love
just
it.
Sing a parlay or sing the Taylor plays.
It's not a
These
horrible
are the
idea.
Taylor plays.
And then we go
And
for
you
it.
know how to
Maybe
do
we
it.
try it out.
Not the
I
worst
mean, that's you.
idea he's
It
ever had.
is.
I mean,
It is. I do miss singing.
There you
I
go.
actually, during COVID, randomly started taking voice lessons again because I was bored. And I
Right.
was like, I miss singing. I just do it for fun now. My goal this year in 2024, though, is to learn guitar. So I can sing and play. I don't know how to play
Oh,
guitar.
it's all over. If
There
you
we
figure
go.
that out, it's all over.
Good for
If I
you.
figure that out and it's over. I'll be
it.
full
I'm in.
one-woman
I'm on.
band
This
and
but I can tell you, it brings a lot. I mean, that's how I got involved in broadcasting. I wanted to be on the radio doing music. I wanted to be a DJ, and so I went through all of that.
Right.
And then I found out I interned at a station in Boston, and I met an unbelievable woman named Lori Gale, who was the music director, and she was like, "You can't do this career." And I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because it's dying. This is like now and what's happening in with radio,
right?
But like from talk radio, but it was music radio. Everyone was getting syndicated. Everyone like, hey, one person's going to do 10 different stations.
Right.
You can't do this." And so that's how I veered off and went back into sports. I went back to college and went back and started doing stuff at UMass for broadcasting. So I get the point, but you should keep going because it's kind of like golf. You can do it whenever you want.
You could.
Rest of your life. Keep going.
Good. I'm like, I feel like I've gotten in my old age now. I'm like,
Your old age.
Stop.
Your old age.
I'm
Please.
getting old.
Taylor, go ahead.
Getting old.
Look at that
Look
camera.
at that
Dubsy's
camera
up
right
next.
there. He's up next.
Tell
yeah.
everybody.
Where your
Bye,
handles are.
BvB gang.
Tell them
Thank
your
you for having
social
me on,
media
guys.
outlet outlets,
you
all
can
that
follow
stuff.
me at T Math Sports.
She's like, where am I?
T Math Sports. Couldn't even remember my own handles there for
Sing
a
it.
sec.
Sing it.
T Math Sports.
See?
I
love it.
Taylor Matthysse, thank you. This was
Thank
Pull
awesome.
that
you, guys.
microphone
Really
back
appreciate
off
it.
your
guys.
ears backwards.
That's
Thank
Taylor
you.
Matthysse from
Go
Sports
backwards
joining us here.
behind you.
And if you guys
Away
haven't
from your hair.
heard
Oh,
yet,
no.
if you haven't heard what Dave has
All right.
teased, the man, the myth, the
Set that
Trapezosaurus.
right there. Perfect.
The Trapezosaurus is going to join
Awesome.
us.
Set
If you
right
are
on the-
new
on
to
the
the
arm
show, you don't know
Perfect,
the Trapezosaurus, but the Trapezosaurus is
That's
coming on,
perfect.
coming
Slide
on
like
in.
that, yeah.
Hold on. Here's what.
Thank you, T.
Hold on.
All right,
we
keep going.
may have
All
a
right.
slight. I don't know if we were supposed to go with Hawkins here at 11 or Dubsy,
Dubsy.
now. I want Dubsy now, but
Right.
But
Yeah,
we may.
just put him in.
Okay, Dubsy, sit down so we don't.
Dubsy, sit down, please.
So we don't have to do an interview.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's great.
He's
All right.
here, is he not? Uh-oh. Well, maybe I'll wait 5 minutes.
All right.
We have to talk to Dubsy for at least a couple minutes.
Yeah.
The one,
Dubsy,
the only.
fix the microphone. Say hello. Say hello.
Oh, hello.
He's live.
Hello to my little friends. Hello to my little friends on a Friday.
Dubsy.
What is good,
Look at that
boys?
camera and say hello to the brigade. They've been waiting to see you all week.
Where's my close-up, baby?
Right there.
Punch in
Third
on this bad
camera.
boy.
There
Punch
you go.
in on this bad
Let's
boy.
go. Get him in
Happy
there.
Friday,
Leg day.
brigade. I miss you, gentlemen. I
We
miss the
miss
brigade.
you.
What is
FanDuel
going on?
TV's own Dubsy, Dubs Anderson, joining us again. You are a legend of this show.
Stop.
We need you on this show
I mean,
more.
I don't know what we got to do.
Stop.
You're the only person. You're the first person because then Pharrell did it too. But you're the first person to take your shirt off on the
Yeah, yeah.
Am I still the leader in shirts off category?
No.
Pharrell
Did he
tied you.
really?
Yeah,
Pharrell
yeah,
took
yeah.
his shirt off too.
We got him so hot and bothered. He goes, "I'm
and he
sweating."
took his shirt off.
And
Yeah.
it was so good because he was going and going like you do.
But I feel like
not on leg day.
Nah,
not on leg day. What are those?
I feel like
what
he's-
are those things?
I feel like he's all back.
Don't do it, Dubs.
And no
Don't
bite.
You
Boys,
can't do
I'm gonna
it.
tell you. I gotta tell you a story about these shoes, right?
Okay.
I gotta tell you
Look,
about
Dubs.
a story about these
Put your
shoes,
calves over here. Come on,
bro.
You can't do it.
Those are actually baby calves.
That's what I'm
Put them
saying.
out on the paddock. Put them out on the paddock.
I'm at the club.
Gentlemen, good
What
story
is
about
that?
these shoes.
Please hit us.
I go down the road in
Yeah.
LA. There's this shoe store. You know, I'm a man of the culture, trying to be cool and hip. And I go, these are really slick. And they go, we haven't got them brand new, but we got them second hand.
Yes,
in
consignment. Yep.
10 and a half. So I go, okay, $80 jobs, fantastic. I take them home. They stink of broccoli, of the magic lettuce,
Oh,
if you know what I'm saying.
okay, yeah.
So I washed the life out
I
of
have
them.
no idea what's going
They
on
still
over there, guys.
stink.
Keep going.
Okay, keep going.
Completely reek.
Oh no.
Anyway, we get it sorted. I go into Foot Locker on the Saturday, and they're $90 brand new. So I paid a $10 discount for shoes that completely reek of magic lettuce, and someone else has had his toes in my shoes, and I can't take his toes out of them. They're cooked. So Sheriff Head, that's for you.
Thank you.
There's my 10 and a
What size
half,
are these?
baby.
We share
10
the
and a
same
half.
size.
Your
All right.
boy cooks
I
with
can
these
put 'em on.
paddles.
All right. Are they hot and sweaty?
Cooks with these paddles.
Putting them on
That's it.
for. That's what
I
are
like.
we doing?
You got some nice suckies on
They
there.
fit.
What are
I
we
like the
doing?
shape of your
They
toes, Sheriff Pan.
They
What are we
fit.
doing?
Look at
I like
that.
the shape of your toes.
Look at that.
Gentlemen, what's going on? Vegas is a madhouse, isn't it?
Wait, I think for
believe
you,
this?
yes. How are you feeling
Yeah.
this morning?
All right.
Unbelievable.
Listen
Went
to me.
after it last night. Went after it.
Is this
can't
the
tell.
guy?
No, he's over
Okay.
there.
All right.
There's
good.
no blackjack table that can contain your boy. But the worst thing is,
What
I
time?
went,
What time we talking?
When are you leaving?
Jordan, big fan. You throw
Hey.
straight diesels, bro. Straight diesels. That's you, my guy.
Jordan Love
Straight
walked by.
diesels.
That was.
I like him.
yelling
Yeah.
at Jordan Love.
Jordan, come over.
See, this is what we need right here. He says anything with that accent, they're like, what?
What the-
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Megan Payton freaked out.
Why?
because I dropped a dad joke on her.
Oh.
Baltimore Ravens going into the game, Isaiah likely anytime touchdown.
Right.
And I go, okay, so Isaiah is likely to score a touchdown. Sorry, dad joke, not a dad, but they call me daddy. Did not appreciate it.
Who writes that stuff for you?
Him.
Not a dad, but they call me daddy.
Him.
You know what I'm saying?
He writes this stuff.
Unbelievable.
What did you come up with?
Unbelievable.
Are you having fun?
When
at
are you
FanDuel?
leaving? When are you leaving?
Yeah.
Have you decided yet?
It's meant to be tomorrow morning.
But-
I got a big golf game
All right.
up in Apple Valley. It's a
Got it?
3-hour drive, and there's a very big chance that I don't make the drive tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But we'll see how we go.
We're going to text you later. We got
Yes.
a guest that we have to get in here.
So you know how
We'll
it
see
is.
how
But
we
you
go.
know how this goes.
You know how
But
it goes.
come back after the guest. Come back because we've got to finish the conversation.
I'm like
Yes.
a dumbbell. You pick me up, you put me back down.
Leg day, baby. Leg day.
You are the best.
You're the best. Seriously.
I love you,
We're
boys.
we're
We'll
doing
get you.
more. We love you
You
too.
will.
We
Bostonian
need you.
versus the ball.
You're not-
The
you-
chat is going crazy.
You know
right
how it
now.
is. It's the yelling,
Yeah.
the yelling.
I mean,
Brigade,
right, yeah.
brothers for
yeah.
life.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Absolutely. Wait. Backwards. Off your ears
Yes.
with that. Backwards.
Okay,
There
we
you go. Now set it down.
Dubs Anderson, FanDuel TV.
You'll be
joining us.
back.
We'll have him back on at
Yeah,
some point.
we'll be
if
back.
we can.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
that's
text
great.
you again. All right, here we
Hawk
go.
Hawkins coming on here. We're going to talk to him. Andrew Hawkins, former NFL wide receiver, and I think we're doing two with Troy Jones, or is it just going to be Andrew Hawkins coming by, who's a co-founder and president of Status Pro. We'll go ahead and have them come on down, sit down. So it's going to be fun.
Two. I don't know if you guys want. You tell him.
One of you guys can come here.
Oh, one there, one there. Okay.
Troy,
Dave.
how are you, Matt? It's me.
Nice to meet you.
Andrew, how are you, Matt?
Dave.
It's me. Hi guys, how
Troy.
are you? Come on
All
in.
right, Andrew, Troy.
Yep.
All right. Perfect.
Status Pro. There's a mic that's they're gonna mic you up so you can put on. You won't hear us, but the mic will be hot here in just 1 second. We can talk a little bit about co-founder. Status Pro is a sports technology company that provides VR training and game products that revolutionize the way coaches, players, and fans experience their favorite sports. It's going to be a fully licensed VR simulation for the game. Lets players experience what it's like to compete as their quarterback of their favorite team. You can quarterback the Steelers.
Can't hear him anything.
No,
Cannot hear.
his mic's not on yet.
No. Patrick just asked me, can you hear him?
Oh.
Yes. No.
So we turn the mics on? Yeah. We'll be good.
Yeah. All right.
Andrew, can you hear us?
Can you hear us? I mean, you,
Nope.
Okay. You can say 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2,
Now
3,
You're good.
4,
Your
5,
audio's good.
6.
You're gonna have to listen to us yelling.
Yeah.
Can you
I
get
gotta
it
take
right?
this off this
Yeah,
one.
it won't
All right,
work.
let's go.
I don't know.
I don't think they can hear me. They
Oh,
were
I can
trying
hear
to
you.
play.
Now
We're
we
good
can hear
Oh,
you.
you can hear me
So
now.
you're good.
Okay.
The audience can hear you.
We
The
got you.
live.
Got you.
Yeah.
Fellas,
We're
how
live.
are we? How are things going? What's new in Vegas for you two?
Good. It's Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's favorite time. This is my 15th Super Bowl in a row.
Yeah.
That's not a lot,
15th?
but yeah.
It's a lot.
Media row.
Media row in a row.
Only
Yep.
58 of these, so yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's a lot.
so-
I'm 77 years old.
Yeah,
so-
That's what I'm saying. I would have bet the
That's
under.
right.
Actually, that, you look great for 77.
Thank you.
That's
I get that a
unbelievable.
lot.
Vegas, different, better, worse, like perception-wise. I mean, you're a vet. 15
Yeah.
years it is.
I think it's a new element to Super Bowl week, which is cool because really it's cold as hell here.
It really is.
So and everyone
We live
complains.
here. Him and I live here.
This is ridiculous.
Everyone
Yeah, this is
complains about
crazy.
cold Super Bowl,
Right.
but nobody cares because we're in Vegas.
And you're inside.
So that is like,
Yeah.
and you're inside.
And you're
right?
inside. That's the.
So it's
It's easy.
yeah, that's like a cool wrinkle. But I'm having a good time so far.
Little too
Yeah.
much extracurricular activity in Vegas? Or
Nah, we just
Like-
got in, so we've been
Oh,
working.
good,
We've
okay.
been
All
keeping
right,
our head down. You
all
know
right.
what happened Saturday before the game. You know,
Yeah,
we'll see,
yeah,
but
that's
you,
all
yeah,
right,
nah, we're
yeah.
heads down right
That's
now.
good.
Troy, tell us about Status Pro. What are you guys doing
Yeah.
with this? It sounds very cool. I can quarterback the Patriots.
Yes,
I
you
can do
can.
this?
Oh,
Yes, so we're an
Works with
entertainment
Patriots
company.
in every
Oh, the
show.
Patriots, that's your team?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Need a quarterback.
You can come back anytime you want.
I got six. I got six.
Oh,
I got the
there we
open
go.
invite. Nah, but Status Pro is an entertainment company. We
Yeah.
create first-person sports products. So, yes, you are in the shoes of your favorite players. So you want to be the quarterback of the Patriots?
Yeah.
You know, try to get them back to glory. You got a chance to do that.
Yeah, they need a quarterback.
VR.
VR. That's the only way we can get one. We got to create
that. How did this idea come about?
Yeah, I mean, we're two former players, and
Yeah.
I think, like, you know, we have an affinity for tech. We grew up playing sports video games, and like anybody who starts a company, you try to find your space somewhere in a way that fans would want. And we felt like we could democratize what it's like to be a player on the field because we were that. Yep. And so we create the game, we create the atmosphere, we create the stakes, and you get to make the decisions, make the throws, run for the first downs, and a fan finally gets to feel what it feels like to be on an NFL field.
100%.
That's fantastic. Is there any – like, what's the demographic?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all ages, right?
All ages.
I mean, big kids. I'm 53.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm already interested. I have 3 daughters that I want to show already. Like, it's wide-ranging, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
To Talk's point, the goal is, who hasn't thought what it's like to be in the shoes of their favorite player or for their favorite team, right? So as far as from a demo standpoint, we try to market to everybody. We say our 3 pillars are story, sandbox, simulation. What that means is if you want to be in the shoes and play the game as your favorite player, you can do that. If your daughters want to hang out in their favorite stadium and just throw the ball around and talk, they have the ability to do that. If you want to feel the emotion of a game and drop into a specific scenario and feel the story that goes into it, we hit that too. So that's kind of our claim to fame, and that's how we try to service everybody, right? Yep.
So how does this get to the market? How do you? How are folks who are watching, listening to the show? How are they going to be able to do this, and when are we going to be able to do this?
Yeah, they can. It's out now. So we've actually hit a million customers.
Wow!
In 15 months, you can get it on MetaQuest headset, Quest 3, Quest 2. We're also on PlayStation VR. So we're partnered with the platforms. You go in, you buy the game, and you play NFL football. We're the fastest selling VR sports title ever. So it's been a really cool process, and we just closed a round with Google. To Troy's point, they're now our lead investor, and we're excited about going into other sports.
Is it a one-player game, or can me and you get on at the same time?
Yeah, me and you can go head-to-head. We could get in the game. If I pick my team, you picked yours. It's like a real experience. So when you're a quarterback, I'm out on the field talking trash to you, cheering on my defense, and vice versa.
Right.
We are going to expand that to where eventually – you and Matt can go against me and Hawk, and we're gonna we'll probably win that game. But
you guys are definitely favored. I usually
be
play a
dope.
lot.
Whoever's on my team is favored.
I know you're favored. You two are favored.
Okay, we're favored.
Yeah. But I'll practice with my kids, and then I'll get better, and then we'll play.
That's the name of the
We'll see
game.
us coming.
Well, for it.
When you guys were putting this idea together, what is the future? Is VR? Is Quest? Is this what we're all going to be doing very soon? Are the glasses that we're all going to be wearing, the Google glasses, is this all coming very quickly?
Yes. No, look, I'm 78 years old, right?
Right.
We've established that.
77.
So I might not
He's
see
at the first
promised
Super Bowl.
land, right? But absolutely in the future, this is – and it's not the distant future.
Right.
Apple Vision Pro just came out. We talked about MetaQuest. Google and Samsung are working on devices. What these glasses do, and yes, they're huge. Some are tethered. Eventually, like every piece of technology – they're going to get smaller, they're going to be wireless, and they're going to enhance your viewing experience here. So imagine a world where we don't have to be here. In your glasses, your viewers can see us sitting here, and you can see us sitting on your couch.
It's coming.
But we might be in our own home.
I saw something the other day where you can – a guy's in his couch. He's sitting on his couch, right? Yeah. He has 4 different YouTube videos up. He has his sports book up, 2 different books he's up. He's watching a game live on cable, and he's going through and breaking down game film while he's making bets.
Yeah.
On 6 different screens, sitting down, all different projections onto his actual
multitask on overload.
But it's incredible because he's just grabbing, he's opening and closing tabs. It's pretty big.
Yeah. I think this is like the iPhone 1, right? Yeah. You look at where it is now. That's where we are today. So over the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to see incremental strides that's going to make it that. We believe so.
In 5 years, we're going to come back. It'll be my 20th Super Bowl. I'll be 82. And we're going to have this conversation. We're going to pick back to this clip.
I love it.
And it's going to be like, wow.
It is interesting, too, though, because we talk about being on phones a lot, right? Until we're kind of like down.
Yeah.
It feels like VR, even though it isn't a device, it feels like you have a chance to experience things more.
Yeah.
It's more of like an interactive thing. I feel like your brain, I don't know if it's factual or not, but I feel like your brain's more involved when you're doing VR because you're actually doing it.
Right.
It's opening the world up, right?
Yeah.
When you say go experience things, get off your phone, you're talking about going to the movies, going to theme parks,
right.
Spending time with. This is what you'll be able to do every single day. So I believe it's going to actually open that world up as opposed to close it.
Yeah, companies are thinking about this, right? Like, there's a number of companies we speak with that are planning 5 to 10 years out when everybody's coming into environments with glasses on. And it's like, how are we going to be a part of that experience? Because it's going to be expected. So to Hawk's point, we're not far away. And the way it's going to enhance the people go from the day-to-day to being like this when they're at a concert or at a restaurant. It's going to be all around you. So I do think it's going to make us interact more and just view the world differently.
We're both girl dads. We both have 9-year-olds that are into the screens and into all this. I have no idea. We talk about this all the time, on the air, off the air, what to even tell them to get interested in or major in. How did you two get so techie and into this? Like, this is crazy.
I will say the misconception, in my opinion, of tech is that you need to have a software engineering background. You need to be some kind of trained technician. The thing about tech is everybody can find their space in it. In my opinion, you find your space with your passion. For Troy and I,
love it.
It was football. We have an expertise in a thing that, because you have an expertise, there is a tech application for that.
Right.
That's what we've created, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are media experts.
Right.
There is a application in technology that you'll understand better than everybody else because you put so much time in.
Yeah.
So I would tell your daughters to play into your passion and then look for that opportunity.
Yeah, for us it was
put that on a T-shirt.
He gets the show.
He gets the show. That's it. We
Passion-
say that all the time.
Passion
That's
is what we preach.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Find your passion. I teach at UNLV, so I try telling the college kids all the time, what do you wake up in the morning? What's the first thing you guys think about? For you guys, it was football. When football ended, that pivot, is it nice to still be connected to the game even though you're not playing?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, to Hawk's point, it's like you're combining your passions, trying to solve problems within your passion, and it keeps us young, it keeps us close to it. So for us, it's fun because it's a relevant way to impact the people who are playing now, the generation that's coming up playing the sport. And for us, knowing what we know in our experiences, we get to share that with them and touch everyone in a unique way, in that sense of, hey, this is something that's going to help you get better, whether you're playing on the field or you just love the sport. And that's what makes it fun at this point. And your body doesn't hurt now, so it's like you get to stick close to it and you're not beating you up.
We grew up fans. We love football. We love sports. It's been our life since way before we started this company, and we get to go sit down with owners of teams, NFL, NBA, C-suite executives that are literally shaping and making a decision in sports. We're kids in a candy store, and passion is what got us there.
I love it.
Have you guys been approached by books, sports gambling? Have they approached you at all?
We've talked to a few gambling companies.
Okay.
We have.
It seems like there's a natural synergy.
There's some synergies there.
Yeah.
That would come.
We're in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
If you need an odds maker, I've done
You got
for
it?
25 years.
See, expert.
I'm
Expert. I was 52 back then when you started.
Because you could
Right, did
technically
the math right.
We got to fact check it, right?
you could technically say, I'm going to play Dave, and I'm going to put $10 up, Dave. I'm going to beat you.
100%.
do all
And
kinds of
100%.
stuff. We can make a 7-point favorite. We can make a line. We can do all kinds of things.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah,
Right.
you could
Just
do-
in general, that's what's exciting, right?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
it's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
really-
imagine fans playing against pros, and to your point, you're running the odds. Like, all right, what is going to be the gap in this game? You put Lamar Jackson in the game, he should be somebody by 28, but if you got the best pro air player, can they keep up? Can they win, right? So to your point, so much synergy, and we think about it that way.
Love it.
That is phenomenal. All right,
Yeah.
guys, I know you got to run, but where can people go to go and either A, buy it, B, see it, do
Yeah.
research? Where can they find your stuff for Status Pro?
You can buy us on MetaQuest platform. You can buy us on PlayStation VR. We're device agnostic, so we're everywhere that VR products are available if you have a headset. Also, you can hit us up on social media at status.pro on Instagram, at statuspro on X. And our website is status.pro. So anywhere you want to get information, find it. And also, you can Google us, one of our partners now.
There you go.
Great way to
Nice
get
work.
it.
Hawk,
Thank
Troy,
you.
great stuff,
Hey,
guys.
that
Thank
was
you so much.
fantastic,
Thank you for
man.
being
Thank
here.
you.
Best of luck in the product. Really
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Pull that
Thank you.
headphone
When you
back
go back
off
on the
your
back,
backwards.
yes, you don't
Gotcha,
just
yeah.
rip on.
There you go. Just set it right down on a chair.
There we go.
You guys are free. We're
Awesome.
staying. Really
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Thank
We'll
you, guys.
Follow up.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Follow
Great.
up.
Thank
Pleasure,
you.
man. Thank you.
Good. Best
Appreciate
of luck,
it.
guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Excellent.
That was cool.
How about
Well,
that?
That's awesome. The gambling side of it, just because I was thinking of it, is actually enormous.
Right.
I mean, peer-to-peer gambling, if you're looking, this has been the new, here in Vegas during the Super Bowl right now, probably the biggest conversation point I've seen in the gambling space is now peer-to-peer. And I thought David Purdum's comment about the sports leagues actually being the book is a really interesting idea.
It's not good.
Why isn't it good? Because they're not actually the book. It's a peer-to-peer situation.
It's not.
So it's
not.
It's not what?
It's peer-to-peer, but it can be manipulated. When you have to have a third party. You can't have the games being the book. Yeah. Hi, I'm Dave.
Dave, I'm Steve.
Steve, nice to meet you.
Hi, Matt. Nice to meet you.
Matt.
How are you? What's going on? Jack, when you get back, send me a text because this is actually on my list. So this is good. So
yeah.
Steve, how are you?
Hold on 1 second. He's got to turn your mic on.
Very cool. Oh, you're from Vegas. You're our Vegas guy.
You're our Vegas.
Okay, they said 11:30. It's 11:15. Sorry, I was like, I don't know what's going on. How are you?
We're like, hi, Steve. Who are you? We don't know who you are.
Yes,
this is a little bit.
Start with an introduction.
Let's start with an introduction.
There we
Yes,
go.
exactly.
Now I'm like trying to figure out. I'm like 11:30.
Right.
11:15.
Why is this old white dude here?
How are you? Matt and Dave, we are Vegas people. We live here.
Yes.
Not from here, but we will live here. Been here for 20 years. Me 8 years.
Yep.
Congratulations on everything. If you could, your title exactly is what for the folks?
I am the CEO of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority.
Perfect. Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
So, F1 to the Super Bowl. Have you slept in the last 7 months?
I don't think anybody in town has. It's, the adrenaline keeps us going. It's been a phenomenal run, and we've been working toward this for years or decades.
Right.
And we're here, and it is amazing.
How much pride do you take in that this is the place that this league said they would never come, and they're here, and you guys got them to come here?
Oh, no, I mean, I say this all the time. Las Vegas is the easiest product in the world to sell. I mean, all I have to do is say it, and people's eyes light up.
Right.
The fact that the professional leagues have seen now what the opportunities are here in Las Vegas and are taking advantage of them, and it's great for them, it's great for us. This is what we do. It's who we are. We step up and create events better than any other city in the world.
How long have you been here in Vegas?
I've been in Vegas 36 years.
So you've seen the original Vegas.
Yeah, no, actually, the strip that when I moved here is gone, and it's been replaced.
It's amazing.
Right.
And like, people come here and think it's always been like this, and it hasn't, right? And now we've seen F1 come in the showcase that was. We have the game. Vegas has always done the Super Bowl. I've worked in sportsbooks here about 20 years, and it was the place to be other than the game. We've combined the two.
Yep.
You can come and do the Vegas experience for the game and then walk across the street and go to the game. Who thought that was possible 5 years ago, let alone 10 years ago, let alone 36 years ago when you got here?
We just met the Raiders for the first time 7 years and 10 months ago.
Okay.
Met them for the first time. And in 7 years and 10 months, we have gotten the NFL to say yes. Mark Davis made the commitment to make this happen. We built Allegiant Stadium. We're the only city that's hosted the draft, 2 Pro Bowls, and now the Super Bowl. No other city has ever done that.
In 7
that's
years.
all happened in a little less than 8 years. How amazing is that? This city is the only city that could do something like that.
Can you do anything about the weather? Because people have been coming at us because we live here, and they were complaining about the weather. We tell them, it rains here sometimes. It gets cold here. It's a desert.
At the opening press conference here at the Media Center on Monday, I told them that we had put our foot down. We're going to let Mother Nature have another 24 hours or so, and then we were dispensing with that.
So you had them. You told them it was going to clear up.
It's beautiful today.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We've had a Stanley Cup champion here in town with the Vegas Golden Knights. We've had a 2-time WNBA championship team in the Las Vegas Aces. There's talks of other franchises that may or may not be coming here, baseball and the NBA at some point. WNBA has been here, obviously. Is Vegas the sports capital of America?
Yeah, it is. I was telling somebody this morning, said, we've been working to be the sports and entertainment capital of the world, and now people are telling us that we are the sports, and that's how you know.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yeah, it's not us saying it anymore.
When you don't say it, when they tell you.
Right. And the answer to that is yes now.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, we get this Sunday. Are we in the rotation? A lot of people have come on the show and said, Vegas, every 4 years, every 5 years, the Super Bowl has to be here. Everything's close. Nobody does the strip better, the hotels, the transportation. Are we in? Are we back? What are we doing?
I did an event with Peter O'Reilly, who runs all the events for the NFL here in town about 2 weeks ago. And I told him on stage the goal for Las Vegas is for the NFL to leave this year and wish that they could do the Super Bowl in Las Vegas every year.
Oh.
We know they probably can't.
Right.
We'd be willing to have the conversation.
Of course. Right.
But we want them back as quickly as we can get them back. The way this city has performed, now we've got a couple of days to, we got 48 hours of work to do.
Get through.
To get all the way to the goal line here.
Yeah.
But we're going to finish this great. I can't imagine that after this week, the NFL isn't going to want to be back as quickly as they can.
It's really interesting to see other people come into town and they're like, I've been to this Super Bowl, that Super Bowl. Everything here is very compact. It's walkable. It's not crazy. We were in Phoenix and we were in LA the last 2 years. You would be driving 30, 40 minutes. Here, it's a 10-minute walk. It's very simple to get around. Have you guys learned anything about Vegas through this process that will help you the next time we host this event?
Well, there are always ways to improve, and we've got folks out there, keeping notes on every little thing that can be done better in the future. But we've raised the bar pretty high this week.
Yeah.
Now, we've got to go have the game.
Okay.
And seeing what the logistics are around the game really matters because, as you point out, one of the things that we've talked about a lot is that every city does a great job with the game itself.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the experience around the game that Vegas brings, and we need to bring it.
Yeah.
We need, folks to be able to leave the game, get out easily, go have a great meal, where you can't do that very easily in other cities.
True.
And I say this all the time. In most NFL games, there are 6,000 people there who feel like they're a VIP. In a Super Bowl, we're going to have 62,000 people who feel like they're a VIP. And this is the only city in the world that has a shot to treat 62,000 people like a VIP all at the same time. And we need to go do that. We are going to.
Wow, that's really interesting. What do you guys look for the future of this city? What is next? The Sphere opened up. We have an amazing property, right? We have Allegiant Stadium, so we covered that angle. People were like, there's not a big venue for a Taylor Swift concert to come in town. Now we've got that. What's next?
There's a train that's going to be here to L.A., all this. What's next?
What do we need?
Well, I think there's two answers to that. I mean, there's a couple of things. You mentioned the A's. I mean, they're coming.
Yeah.
We've got
are they? I was trying to stay away from that, but are they coming?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm leading that conversation with, in that negotiation.
Okay.
They are coming.
We just don't know where the ballpark's going to get built.
No, the park is going to be built at the Tropicana. That is
done.
That's in the law.
Okay.
That's in the
All
law.
right. Okay.
That's where it is.
All right.
So
Good.
everyone running around with their hair on fire, is it inappropriate?
All of that is
nonsense.
tangential to the actual conversation going on.
There we have it right here.
It is going to be done.
So Utah, Rob Manfred, all the things are going on. It's just all noise.
That's shot back across the bow at the mayor. That's what that is.
Okay. Because people
people
learn the logistics of the Las Vegas mayor doesn't control the Strip, and we have to remind people Paradise, Nevada, Clark County is where the Strip is. So yes, we love Carolyn Goodman. She's been on the show before. But
great lady,
but not.
That's a tangential comment. It doesn't have anything to do with the conversations we're having to get this done.
All right. So A's one.
The NBA is going to be here in some period of time. This is a basketball city.
Amen.
No question. Silver has already said that we are a great match. That will happen.
Expansion or taking a team?
Well, I think they've talked about expansion, and I think that's more likely, but that's their decision.
Right.
Either way,
we'll take what they give us.
Yeah, and we've got a great relationship with the NFL already. Summer League's here.
NBA,
we've got, we just did the first in-season tournament for the NBA here.
Which went very well, actually.
It was fantastic.
Great.
Yeah,
Incredible.
exceeded expectations.
Incredible.
So that'll come. I know that we are going to get a college football national championship soon.
Hello.
And so, that'll be the other thing I say when people ask me that question is that I've had the opportunity to be involved in a lot of fantastic projects, none of which have been my idea.
Okay.
And so Vegas is a platform for people with great ideas to come here and make them a reality, and it's our job
to figure out how to make it work.
Figure out how to make it work.
Can we link the convention center to the airport at some point soon?
Yes.
Through the Boring Company.
We're going to do that with the Boring Company.
We're going underground. We're going to be able to get in a Tesla and go from the airport to
you'll notice if you run right across from the Thomas and Mack right now, the Boring Company has bought about an 1.5 acre lot right next to that Dollar Rental Car Center.
Right.
There are 2 boring machines that are ready to start mining in the next month or so.
Wow.
That will run all the way up to the convention center. The convention center is now connected to the Wynn and Resorts World and Westgate. And it'll be right across the street from the airport so that we can just keep going to the airport.
That's the last thing. That's it. The way of public transportation around the traffic that obviously happens on, I say, a Friday night when you're trying to get to a convention center event or from a hotel from the airport. That's the last step to making
the future looks pretty good around here. We're pretty excited about it.
Look, I told him I moved here in December of 2015. I feel like I hit the lottery because all the things you just
picked
talked
the right time,
right?
You know?
I as a gambling sports content person, the amount of things you guys have brought to this city is incredible. Look, the Golden Knights, we couldn't have predicted what was going to happen with the Golden Knights. It was amazing for them in 6 years to win the Stanley Cup, or the Aces to come and have their success. But the Raiders coming here, getting a Super Bowl, having the Pro Bowl, having the draft, like all these events that have happened, I just think it's a tribute to you, the work your people have done, because as locals, we all benefit from the economic impact of that coming in. And that's when people were arguing about building the stadium. I was like, are you kidding me? This is not even like a question. I know public funds are important. I know my daughter's in the school system, public here at Cork County. I want schools funded. I get it. But you guys have done an incredible job of bringing these events here in town and showcasing the city, because everyone wants to move here now. California is all coming
just
here.
to point out, our schools just got about a 30% bump in funding during the last legislative session.
Okay.
And it is partly because of the tax revenue that the sports industry is creating in this state.
Right.
So this is working.
Yes.
I mean, it is working.
And it's not an immediate thing. That's what we all have to relay to each other. They want immediate results because we're an immediate result town.
Yeah.
We've lived here. I mean, I've been here 21 years, and people want things right away because been able to do it right away. Buildings fall down, come up, and it's done. They change the signage, and it looks brand new. So, that's we need a new road. All of a sudden, we have the 215 all around the city.
Yeah.
So it happens fast, but this thing is patience. Let's talk about the game real quick. All right, I've been in books here in town 20 years. The spread is 2. Do you have an opinion about the game, San Francisco or Kansas City?
My projection is it's going to be a great game.
There you go.
Let's hope so. I don't want a blowout. I just don't want a blowout.
Right.
That's
these two teams are really well matched, have great storylines. I think it is going to be a fantastic game, and we want that as the cherry on top. I mean, for this week to end well, it needs to be a great game. We think that's
exactly
what
we want. Yeah.
Thank you for coming by.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Best of luck. Enjoy the weekend. We hope everything goes off smoothly for you guys. You're always welcome back on the show when you guys are making big announcements. You're always welcome to connect. You guys get information. Always welcome back on the show.
We're one of the biggest raw cheerleaders of the city. We love this place. The opportunities, like you said, that have helped us grow the show. And we love to talk about Vegas. So anytime you have something to come on and say, we'll reach out. You reach out. Let us know.
To us, we want to bring Vegas to the country.
That's our saying. We've been saying that for years. Yep.
What this is like to come here and what it's like to live here, because we're blessed to be able to do so.
Yep.
You guys are doing my job for me. I appreciate it.
That's it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Good
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Stuff as that. So
just pull that headphone back off your ears backwards. Just like that, over, and just set it down right on that thing.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
So
we'll
much.
talk more. Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Great stuff.
So, look, I know our city is look, it's
How about that? That's the president of the whole joint.
It's phenomenal.
I love it.
And he's should be proud of what he's doing, and because the city has been showcased other than the weather. The only thing that people are learning, maybe the hard way, when you come to town, understand you're going to walk. This is a walking city. The casinos are mostly connected. You can walk from property to property for the most part. If not, get on a tram to take you to different parts of the city. I've heard this from a couple different people. I've walked so far in the last 4 days. It's incredible. I haven't walked that far in a long time.
Right.
It's what living here is.
Yeah.
It's not New York, but it's kind of similar to the New York walk. You're going to walk a lot in New York City. You're going to walk a lot here.
Yeah.
Just part of the deal.
You don't have to, though.
I kind of do, though.
If you want to see other things.
Like you should walk.
I used to do trips where I would come to a place and not go outside.
Well, here. You don't have to go outside here, but you have to walk.
You can go.
You're still walking when you're doing that.
Go to one. Walking around a resort. You stay at one of the big places.
Yeah, you're always going to walk.
You may walk a mile to and from in a weekend to the elevator.
Right, that's what I mean.
And back and forth.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
but you don't have to walk from one end of the strip to the other.
No. But the complaint is that I've done so much walking, not walking outside, just walking in general. Like even here, right? From our broadcast location to walk to the media room, that's a 5-minute walk.
I love walking.
I do too. I'm a huge fan of that.
You have to be a walker.
Yeah,
I guess.
But it's just people that's the number one complaint of how spread out. I never realized how spread out Vegas is. And the joke is like, just because something looks like it's far away or close, it actually isn't.
Right.
It may be close, but actually isn't. It's far. So, I think there's a lot of things about the town that people are going to look at and have an opportunity to see. I believe we have someone at 11:30 coming.
So I'm trying to figure out now. Do we?
Yes. We have someone coming on right now at 11:30. Thank you. Britton Covey's coming on. Wide receiver, former Eagle, right? Or current Eagle? Current Eagle coming on from Philadelphia. So Britton Covey's coming on. So we'll get to him here at 11:30.
Right.
To have a conversation. We're already, an hour and a half in? This is like...
Show's almost over.
It's unbelievable how fast these shows
A week's
go.
almost over.
A week's almost over.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be excited to have that chance to kind of get in and have that. But, there's a lot of different things that are going on here inside this room.
Yep.
As we get towards the game, we're starting to feel football. Not so much talk.
Are we?
Yeah, starting to talk about the game itself.
I feel like people are getting looser.
They are, but we're getting to the point where
we're not talking football anymore.
I think we're talking more. We're getting closer to the game now. And look, the big parties are tonight and tomorrow. I've seen some incredible ticket prices for some of these parties. The party across the street from Encore and Wynn, the Wynn party that they built the structure for.
Yeah.
So it's $500, all you can eat, all you can drink, to go in.
Food better be good for that.
$500 for a ticket. And it's not like exclusive. It's just open and like all these different things, parties you can go to. And that's like one of the cheaper ones because it's so big. They're expecting 10,000 people to be in it.
I got a text last night from the doctor.
Yeah.
I said I need a Dr. Parlay. He hasn't got back to me yet.
Oh.
Something for the Super Bowl, some play, anything like that.
All right.
But he goes, what party are you guys at?
Yeah.
I said, we got a home game.
No parties.
I said,
no parties.
We did 2 shows.
I'll say this. I'm going to give people credit. If you've gone out the last couple of nights and come back down here and done morning radio, I'm impressed by your I'm impressed. Like Dubsy, I'm impressed. Because
I don't know how Dubsy's standing.
I am banged up.
I
haven't had a drop of alcohol all week. I've not drank one thing all week. Last night, nothing. And I am exhausted. I'm so tired.
I'm not. I can do it. I'll probably get 4 more shows to go walk around and do after this. But I enjoy this so much because people that, again, we connect with in person. It's just different.
That's the most fun part about this whole thing.
No question.
Yeah.
It is meeting people and talking in person.
Seeing them here, being them here, showing off our city, showing off what we're doing. People
But they run hard. Like, people come here and run
But I would too. If I
You only have 48 hours here.
If I lived in Philly, Boston, Chicago, and I was getting out of town, and this is a vacation for them. This is not a business trip. This is a chance to
I don't know.
Kick your heels up, have fun, bang out 2 hours of content, and then go to the blackjack table and go do things you can't do because no one's watching you here.
By the way, you guys, Katie wanted me to tell you she's up 600.
Is she really?
She had a run last night. She went up 600, but she can only play at... Katie, can you come in real quick, real fast, and let the people know? Just, we're doing a Katie update on the blackjack. A chat's going crazy right now. Yeah, lean in.
Mike.
Do you want to sit down real fast and put the mic on?
Just grab the mic.
Just sit down and
just
grab the mic.
Into it.
Oh, just talking to the mic.
Just talking to the mic.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
All right, that's fine. You put it on.
Hold on.
We need to turn it on. She's not going to put it on.
No, don't put it on. Put it on. Just turn it on.
Just turn the mic on. Yeah, that'll be great.
She can just talk because Britton Covey's going to be here in a second, so we got to put.
Yeah.
We'll have him on.
So, say hello real fast. Can we hear you?
No,
not yet.
All right. There it is.
There it is.
Can you hear me?
Talk.
No, not yet. No mic yet.
What?
Can't hear it. All right.
Is it
Say
hot?
it now.
I'm good, apparently.
There, you're good now.
Okay,
just talk right into it closely.
Yeah, just hold it right there.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Hi, everyone.
Because it's supposed to be right. It's supposed to be right there.
Yeah,
so.
that's fine. So
Close enough.
Yes.
So
update on your blackjack situation last night that people need to know.
last night. Wait, listen. I'm actually the best blackjack player in the world. Fully going to enter myself into a competition.
Okay.
Last night.
Yep.
Okay, no. We're going to start 2 nights ago because I was down.
Okay.
And then, again, Venmo'd someone $100.
Gustavo.
Gustavo.
Have you seen Gustavo again?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I don't have his number, though. I can text him.
No, do not.
We can get him up here.
No.
We can. But anyways, 2 nights ago, Venmo'd someone $100. Used only 50 of it.
Okay.
Went up to 480.
All right.
Nice.
480.
Okay.
50 to 480.
Okay.
And then last night, used 70
Okay.
of the winnings and went up only 200. But I'm up all time now.
And what's the story about the Paris? Like, what's the? You
I
said,
don't know. Okay, when I was here in October, when I also beat Vegas at a that's where I went.
Also beat.
And now, I'm like, this is my lucky spot. I have my table. It's the third table closest to the place that you can
lean
get
closer
these.
to me. Now talk. Right there.
Okay,
Hold it right
here,
there.
here.
Yeah. They keep saying in my ear.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Hold it
guys.
closer. There you go. Right
Okay,
there.
here.
All right. Perfect.
Okay, so Paris
Yeah.
was
is
where
your place.
I like actually rocked it. And I was like, I'm coming back here forever. It's the third table.
Oh,
closest to the
table now.
restaurant.
Oh, you have one
I
table?
have the table and I'm the third
Ah.
seat. That is my place. If I don't get that seat
You're not playing.
and that table, I will wait. I'll wait hours.
Oh, all right.
So, have you changed your strategy?
Yes.
What is it now?
I make sure my chips, when I put them down
Uh-huh.
to bet, they have to be perfectly aligned.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. And if
This
it's
is
not
new?
in the right spot,
This
Okay.
is new?
So what is perfectly
doesn't-
aligned? Like in one stack,
like
or
I
two
have
stacks?
major OCD. Like it needs to be so
Oh,
the white
you have,
the white little
you're one of
strips
those.
on the
Oh, no.
they
Have
need to be perfectly straight.
You're that person.
And it needs to be perfectly in the center of the circle.
Oh.
And then it wins every time.
The dealer's
and then I was
nightmare.
Free bet. I was at the free bet table.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was sick. That was sick. I put down 75 on my last hand.
Hit
Yeah.
Got the free bet.
Yeah.
Bam.
Blackjack.
21.
Very
And then
good.
got up? Wow. See?
Wow.
That's good.
I'm
all right.
awesome.
That's really cool.
Perfect. All right. Thank
Hi.
you.
How
Bye,
are you?
guys.
How are you?
Gotta go.
How are you?
All right,
Thank you so
great.
much.
Thank you,
Congratulations on
Katie.
your winning.
Awesome. Yes. Keep it up.
Britton Covey's
All
going to
right,
be
yeah,
over
I
here
don't know.
in
Right.
just 1 second. We're going to
All
get
right.
him on.
Fantastic.
Talking some
Thank you.
football here.
Yeah.
We'll get into some opportunities
Yeah.
to break things down. Punt returner and kick returner for, man, he was born in 1997. 1997.
Really?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Hi. Matt, nice to meet you. How are you? What's going on? We'll get him mic'd up and we'll
He's going
talk
to put that on over the back of your ears. It won't hurt a lot. And then just we'll get that mic turned on and we'll be ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah, you
don't
pull that
touch-
away from
Is that pulled a little? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
We'll test it.
So
As
Britton
soon as
Covey's
he
going to
turns it
go on. Okay, yeah. Well, so we'll get Britton Covey on, and then we'll talk some football here. Eagle wide receiver, kick returner, played college at Utah. I'll be curious because, well, he went to college. Is his mic hot? We good?
I can't hear.
You can't
We're
hear.
going to yell.
Okay.
We're just
We'll
going to
yell.
yell.
Love
it. Natural sound
Love it.
for us.
Yes.
But we can hear you. You sound great.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Look right in that camera and tell everybody who you are. The third one on the right.
Okay.
there. Yep.
Britton Covey, receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, wait till
That's
it
it.
comes.
You're right there. Now you got the ice.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Britton. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So tell us a bit about who you're here representing. We'll get to football in a second.
Yeah.
But
So as you can see, I'm not the biggest guy. I was second smallest on the team. I'm bigger than our kicker, which is great.
Wow. Okay.
But
You don't
so
hear
I'm
that
here
very often. That's okay.
Yeah. So I'm here representing my company, Amorpho, and what we've done is we've made weighted apparel, weighted sports gear,
There
weighted
you
training
go.
gear.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
So try this.
Yes.
Oh,
we
gosh.
need that. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is great.
Sorry.
Yeah. We can't move. We're all
You can't
wired
move,
in.
sorry.
Yes.
So
Don't
we
move.
can't demo it, but
you can
I want
feel
this
that.
right now.
How much is weight?
That's about 11 pounds.
Okay.
How high does it go up?
It goes up to about 12 or 13, I think.
I literally
We need this.
I'm
Yeah.
rucksacking, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm rucksacking
This
with
is it.
with 20 pounds
So-
right now. I want 30. Do you make it at 30?
We don't make it at 30 yet. Maybe we'll find a thing.
20?
So the goal of this.
I'll buy this now, like legitimately off
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
So
Right.
So the goal of this, they picked the amount of weight
Okay.
where you can wear it and it won't hurt your joints. So I can go run routes in this and
Yeah.
it will be okay. Or they have shirts, all of these mini weights, and they go all up and down the arms. or they have tights where the weights go all up and down the legs.
Yeah.
This is only 11. This is 11 pounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what happens is you see those straps on the side. It form fits to your body.
Oh,
so
nice.
That's what's so much better. And like you said, not just for a football player, but like I go hiking in it.
Right.
I go walking.
Is it for sale now?
I mean, you can't have this one. But yeah. It's on.
Where?
They just got into Dick's Sporting Goods, which is great. But it's online.
I'm buying this tomorrow.
It's great.
I'm buying this tomorrow.
I wear it for every single workout I ever do.
This is unbelievable. So I literally have 3 dumbbells in a backpack. That I put on my back, and I walk 3 miles. In Vegas, it's very hilly. It's very hilly.
Yeah.
So, and I am going to do that every day for the next 30 days, starting Monday.
Well, and I'm sure that the weight isn't distributed very well when you do that.
That's
kind of the point.
It yanks me down, and so I end up getting very sore on my shoulders and my lower back. So that's going to be on. That feels awesome.
No, and I'll have you put it on once I'm done because it's the best. And I don't sponsor any other company, but this one I'm like, look, I wear this all the time. All of my teammates have it now. I've given it. They all want it.
Right?
So we got like 40 of them in the Eagles room now.
Yeah.
It's because what happens is, say you go bench and squat, that's great, but you don't really know how that's going to translate onto the field. Too.
Right.
If I go run routes with weight on, I know I'm working the exact muscles that I'm going to use on the field.
Right.
Absolutely. And it looks very comfortable.
Yeah, no, it's great. Once you try it on, you'll see it's.
Oh, I'm in love with it already.
It's a blast,
and it wears good too. Like I mean, it's durable.
That's the thing is once you buy it once, that's your purchase you'll make for your whole life.
Right.
So it's
that's gonna last. Sweat in it, all that. Other stuff.
You can. Yeah. And the shirts and stuff that they have, you can wash them, and it's great.
Yeah.
So
it's really
it's a blast, and it doesn't hurt your joints because as I'm getting older, the knees aren't what they used to be. So
how old are you?
I am 26.
Getting old.
Well, that's what
53, 46.
The NFL people are like, oh yeah, he's an old rookie. I'm like, wow, come on.
Right.
So.
What was last year like for you? What was that late year for the Eagles?
Well, so last year, I was a rookie 2 years ago,
right?
And that rookie year is always tough, right? We went to the Super Bowl, which was really cool.
Yes.
But last year I felt a lot more equipped to handle everything, whether it was disappointment, fans, success, difficult, it was good. It was a lot better. Obviously, as a team, it was frustrating because of how we ended, and I don't have an answer for what happened because it was a combination of a lot of things, and I think that's the frustrating answer. But I do trust the guys in our locker room. I mean, Jalen is one of the best leaders I've ever been around. He's just everyone has Jalen's back. Obviously, we had Kelsey. Let's try and get him back. Let's convince him.
Right, Jason.
Then you got Brandon Gray. Like, we just have such a great locker room. It's really cool to be a part of.
Do you, I don't want to say get tired of the question, but when people say what happened?
Yeah, so
how do you, because it's a tough question, right?
It is a tough question.
How do you
In fact, I just went viral on Twitter for an answer I had yesterday.
Okay.
Which I don't want to go, I'm just here just answering questions.
Because Eagle fans are very interested.
That was going to be my next question.
Inside.
And that's the
Philadelphia's a different place.
It is, yeah.
Passionate. I'm from Pittsburgh. He's from Boston. We've been out here, but it's hard sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I think that's the frustrating answer for people is you want an easy fix. You want to say it was this thing or this person, and the truth is it wasn't. It was a lot of things. And so we definitely need change this year, but you can't go and just say, okay, it was this. Once this changes, we're good. The NFL is,
it's hard.
It's hard. It's really hard.
It's really hard.
And we have a great coach. Coach Sirianni is a great coach. And when you lose like that, people are frustrated and want a point. And I have his back and a lot of anyways.
How hard is it from the inside? Because everybody likes to talk about what's going on inside the building without one having a clue what's going on inside the building and never having been in there.
Yeah.
But outside, you see the year before, and all the coordinators leave.
Yeah.
You have to replace. That's hard, is it not?
Oh, I think all the time I have such respect for Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady because when you go to a Super Bowl, your best coaches get poached and 3 or 4 of your best players get poached. To come back the next year and have everyone on the same page again and again, it's tough. And
somehow Tom Brady got worked into the show with a guy who's on the Eagles. The show's called Bostonian versus the Book, and he's a Boston guy. We mentioned Tom Brady. I'm laughing that somehow you worked it in there and didn't.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. That's all right. No.
I'm not about that. I don't like the GOAT debates. I just want to appreciate greatness, and so I think that's what. I got to that point with the Michael Jordan, LeBron. I'm like, I'm sick. I just want to appreciate it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So.
Do you, when Edelman's walking around, Julian Edelman was here earlier.
Yeah, I saw him, and I want to talk to him very badly because he's one of my idols.
Yeah.
If he knew how much film I watched of him, he'd probably be scared.
Well, no, I mean, that's right. A guy who played the position at a high level, right? You can handle it yourself size-wise, right? You weren't a quarterback, though, like
I was.
You were a quarterback.
Yep.
At Utah?
No, in high school. But I was our third string at Utah during our time. So, yeah, never got to play, but.
Wow, what was it like at Utah for you?
Oh, I mean, people know who Kyle Whittingham is.
Yeah.
Tough, gritty, culture, identity. Kyle's one of the best coaches in the country. He's the most underrated coach in the country, in my opinion. He has a 10-win season every season, pretty much. Right. And I loved it. It was great. And we had a culture that is going to outlast him, you know. And as a receiver, you want to throw the ball every play. But at some point, we realized we win when we run 65% of the time and pass 35 or 60-40.
The culture at Utah to the NFL and going to a place like Philadelphia, did that help you?
It helped a lot. I'm really grateful for it. It helped. The transition was a lot easier. And Utah's known for producing a lot of good players, right? We got a lot of DBs in the league right now. I mean, it's just a good spot. Yeah. Even scouts will tell me that. You know, It's not the flashiest spot, but it's a really good spot
to play. Right. Where are you in the off season? What do you do to prep for next year?
Yeah. So
let's talk about that.
Obviously, you have your role every year, and then you try and increase it. So last year, I was obviously punt returning and started to get some reps at receiver. So that's the goal this year, is to get more reps at receiver.
Nice.
So I'm training with Austin Coley, if you remember who that is.
Okay,
Yeah, great slot receiver in the league. That's the goal, is to go train with him and just figure things out, you know.
What's the fastest you ran in a 40?
4.4. 4.46 was my fastest laser time. Because you got guys throwing out hand times all the time.
Right, yeah.
Laser time of 4.46 was the fastest.
I mean, you got to be fast because I mean, you sat down and I'm like, this guy plays in the league.
Tiny.
No, seriously, I know.
Yeah.
Did they talk trash to you all the time?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe. All the time. I get guys. I had who was it? Christian Wilkins the other day on the Dolphins when we played him. He said, he just looked at me and said, "You look like a kid that goes and runs and gets the tee," or he said something like that, or he said. He looked at me. This was during training camp last year, and he said, "You don't play in the NFL. There's no way, bro. There's just no way." He was completely serious. But for me, I'm like, I take that as a compliment.
I would agree.
Right.
I was going to say that. Isn't that
I'm in a league.
Absolutely.
It's like,
I play the same league you play in.
It's like, look at you. Of course you're in the league.
Right.
Look at me.
It's a different paradigm,
awesome.
but we both made it. I made it, and you made it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's a badge. I take that honor. It's
Totally.
a trophy to be like, yes, I'm in
And
the
Christian
NFL.
Wilkins is a good player, too.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. Very, very much. Are you allowed to say who you like Sunday or no?
I'm allowed to. Yeah, I don't care. So I'm most excited to watch when the 49ers are on offense, because to me, that's the game.
Yeah.
Because the 49ers, their offense is incredible, tons of weapons. But I feel like the Chiefs will win because the Chiefs' defense is so disciplined. The 49ers always have like 14 points a game off of a big play.
Fair.
And I feel like the Chiefs are really good at just limiting that. So if you're going to be the Chiefs, you got to have sustained drives, and that's tough.
I would agree. All right, tell people again, where can they get this very cool vest?
So it's Amorpho. This is what it's called. And you can get it online at their website or on Instagram. And then if your local Dick's Sporting Goods has put them in, you can get it there too. But
going shopping tomorrow.
More than anything, the moment you try it on, you realize it's a lot better than any weight vest apparel.
In all sizes and stuff, like big guys can get it. I mean, you don't got to be a wide receiver to get it.
No,
like
I've seen
linemen can get it.
I've seen Lane Johnson wearing it. So.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So big.
Great.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, man.
Best of luck.
Awesome.
I'm going to go buy one of those. Thank you so much for showing me that.
I
I'm really
get
excited.
Thank kids.
Covey joining us here on the
Pull
Bostonian.
that backwards off your ear
Very
and
much.
just set it down to your
Thank
left
you so much.
right there.
We appreciate that. That was awesome. Yes. Thank
Pleasure,
you so much.
man. Thank you.
I'm going to come and find you and try that on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. You want to put Willie on?
Yes.
Willie, come on
quick.
down.
Hurry up.
Yeah. We got time. We got 10 minutes. Willie
What's
Ramirez
up, Willie?
for the Associated Press.
See you.
How are you, sir? Good to see you again. How are you? Go ahead and throw that headset on.
So that will go behind your head, behind your head,
and hook on your
over
ears.
your ears.
Yeah.
Keep no down, down. No.
Someone want to help him? Hey, Greg.
No. Behind. Put it behind your back like
help
that.
him? Can you help him with the headset?
And then right there. Now move that up, and you got it. That's it.
We got it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
you.
We're good.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. Is the mic
Yeah.
hot? Yes. Hi, Willie.
How's it going?
Willie
Good,
Ramirez,
Willie.
AP. What's going on? How are you? Home game for you too.
Home game for me. More than probably anybody else that says that they're from Las Vegas. I'm getting a kick out of all week hearing people tell me, "Oh yeah, I've been here a long time." I said, "How long?" Got here in '99. Got here in 2001. You're not a long time Las Vegas.
Right.
You don't count. Sorry, you don't get to claim
When did
that.
you get here?
1972.
Woo!
All right,
Well,
that's
I've been
good.
alive.
So yeah, you weren't born.
No,
then.
I'm born
I
yet.
was born. in 70,
That's
so
all.
I was
You know what? That's all I've been talking about all week is old Vegas. People have been having me on. They want to talk about what it was like back then. The only rule, you can't ask me where the bodies are buried.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
That's it. So.
That's fine.
Yeah. How do you feel we are doing as a city putting this
What's
on?
that?
How do you feel like we're doing as a city putting this on?
Oh, that's been one of the questions, and I think this is. I don't want to downplay the Super Bowl. It's obviously one of the biggest, if not the biggest, sporting event. Right? World Cup is pretty big, but this is This is just another challenge for Las Vegas. The Convention Visitors Authority, the Las Vegas events, the PR firms that are involved, whether it's Curve and Doak, it doesn't matter. This is what we do. This is what Las Vegas has done since the 70s, since the 80s, since the 90s, 2000s. It's why the biggest conventions in the world come here, right? So everybody comes here for a reason and for their convention, for their business. And now we're seeing with sports betting so widespread and accepted and regulated, we're seeing bigger and better products from the sporting world, like Super Bowl. The Final Four's coming. Last year we had the Sweet 16. So
it's a marketing event with a football game.
Fair.
And
fair.
Vegas does marketing events
better than anybody.
As good or better than anybody in the world.
Yeah, there's nothing like it. So
have you been to Media Row before?
No, this is my first time.
This is your first time here? I don't know who that is. Yeah, we're on a show. That's great.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So, I mean, you've been here a long time. Vegas was always the place to go if you weren't going to the game.
Right.
Now we got the game.
Right.
Just walk across the street and go. Different? The same? Where you at with that? Like, people are going to go to the game. They're not going to the VIP party at the casino. So it's way different, right, for locals?
Yeah. I don't think it's any different for the locals. I think a majority of the locals are content with going to the usual parties that they want, the sports books, or going to the private parties, because they're not going to spend the dollar. They don't need to. I mean, if they can get a comp, or if they can get in some way, or if
Willie, if you can get a comp and get into the Super Bowl,
comp meaning.
You better use it yourself because they aren't out.
When I say comp, I mean the owner of a car dealership and he's got 20 tickets and you're part of that group.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's getting comped, but for the most part, it's a lot of the locals I've talked about. They're not worried about. I know a lot of media members that they're not even worried about a credential.
Right.
They're just this is more exciting for them, and then they don't want to deal with the
game.
I'm still trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to get there. Whether I'm going to park here, shuttle over. If I do, I got to get here super early to get a parking spot, then get online for the shuttle.
Right.
Or my son owns a private training facility, a gym.
Okay.
Like right around the corner. So I might park there and Uber.
Smart.
Okay.
Not bad. There's a huge line. Where are we? We just had the head of the Convention Bureau on, and he just said to us, the A's are coming. It's going to Tropicana. They're building it there. It's done. Are you hearing the same thing? The A's are coming here. That deal is done. All this talk about Utah.
I think the A's coming here is finality. I just don't know. I think that there could be enough pushback to possibly delay the
start
the stadium. Okay. I don't like the location. No. I think it's ridiculous.
Agreed.
I don't like the tearing down of one of the last iconic hotels. But I just think that it's a bad spot. It's a bad placement. I don't get it. I don't know why you'd want to put it on the Strip and add more cluster and parking. It doesn't really make – I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it there. There's a lot of more opening land. There's a lot more open land. You want that. You want this. I get it. You want to be part of the skyline, but I just don't like the idea of where it's going. But I think Major League Baseball is coming.
Yeah, he said it's done. Right. And it's going to be at
it was
the Trop.
stunning.
He just said it's done. He looked at us, said it's done. It's already done. So okay,
A's are moving
great.
here. Stop
and he
talking.
said the NBA is right behind.
Well, yeah.
So yeah,
I actually think the NBA will be here before baseball starts.
Oh my!
Yeah, because they're saying 2028.
Right.
So that's 4 years.
Right.
I think the NBA could. I think they could possibly make an announcement within the next year, and then so let's say that Adam Silver comes out next year and says expansion, Seattle and Vegas, and then in 2 years, 2027,
they play.
Then they play 2027, 2028, and then baseball arrives 2028.
Is T-Mobile a viable spot while they build the arena?
T-Mobile was built to be an NBA arena.
But the Knights don't want it, though, right? They don't want to share it, right?
That's
right. Exactly. Okay, good. Right, good.
And then the money to share.
How's that going to look? How's that going to look?
Right.
The actuals. Let's talk old Vegas. Okay, the actual love affair with sports in Las Vegas started with basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. Started when Jerry Tarkanian got here from Long Beach State, the Running Rebels, right? And then all of a sudden, you had guys, pioneers in AAU summer basketball like Ron Montoya, Larry McCade, John Farrell, Jim Allen. They had 4 teams in summer basketball. Started with 4 teams. Then Sonny Vaccaro brings Nike. Now that grows. Now they build the Thomas and Mack, and the Running Rebels grow. Then Oscar Goodman gets in office. He says, we're going to have a pro team, and he brings the All-Star game, right? The first love affair is basketball.
No question.
So
Amen.
You're going to bring it NBA. The Golden Knights will always be the Golden Knights because of the October 1 shooting, 2 Stanley Cup finals, 1 Stanley Cup championship in the first 6 years. But when the NBA comes, make no bones about it, that's going to be the grassroots favorite team.
Amen.
The Raiders
Does it
have
have
a
to
built
be an expansion team, though, Willie? Or
I think so. It doesn't have to be, but I think it'll be expanded.
Way better if it's an expansion
yes, of
team,
course,
right?
Of course.
It's ours.
Of course.
Okay.
There's only been I've ever heard one team, and it was years ago at the Summer League. The buzz was that the New Orleans Pelicans were coming.
Right.
Wow.
The old man died, and the younger Bensons took over, and they didn't care about anything but the Saints. All they cared about was the NFL. So they didn't care if they sold it, moved it, whatever.
Right.
They really didn't have. I think now that there's an investment there, obviously with Zion Williamson, and they're a competitive team. But I think for what it's worth, they're situated there. But that was a big talk for many summers at the NBA Summer League, was that the Pelicans were coming to Las Vegas. From that, now what I'm hearing is Seattle and Vegas are the next expansions, and like I said, T-Mobile's in place.
Right. Play there.
You announce it, they can play there
until they build
and then they'll build. If they're going to build another arena, so be it. I mean, why we have to have so many arenas is beyond me, but it is what it is.
They want their own. We have 2 minutes left before we got to wrap. Who do you like on Sunday?
Like the Chiefs, man. Everyone's saying I can't bet against Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. I think it's too easy, sort of a cop-out. It's not a cop-out, but it's too easy just to say that.
Thank you.
But what I do think is that in past years, we've talked about the Chiefs' offense, right?
Yeah.
What we haven't talked about we've never been able to talk about is their defense. And when they get to Brock Purdy, they're going to have to turn to Christian McCaffrey. And I don't know if he can shoulder the load for X amount of time in that game while Pat Mahomes does his things. We've seen San Francisco's defense. The DVOA on the rushing side has declined. So you have a nice mix with I love Pacheco over the rushing yards. I think there's enough balance there. I think that now I can sort of bring in full circle the Mahomes-Reed argument. I think they're the new Brady Belichick. So I like the Chiefs.
I didn't say that.
And I like the under. I do think that there's
he's paying people, Willie, to talk about Brady and Belichick every day. Like, it's the Bostonian versus the book. Somehow it comes up every time.
I didn't say it.
It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy.
Look at that camera and tell folks where they can follow you on social.
The one on the right.
Follow me on Willie G. Ramirez, WILLIEG Ramirez. You can follow me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, or Instagram. Post all the time. And later I'm going to be a power slap. I'm going to be posting some slapping.
Oh, my goodness. Really?
Love it.
Tonight.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it. I love the entertainment of it.
Okay.
Wow.
I've only written a couple stories, but I get credentialed
Okay.
and I go. I think it's hilarious and outstanding for brief moments of just deciding to slap one another because you sit there and you're anticipating and go, oh.
And it's over.
And
Right.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Once
It's wild.
Yeah.
So you got to see it in person.
Right.
You got to see it.
All right.
Whoa, that's Willie Ramirez.
Pull that back
AP
off of
joining
your
us
head,
here. And
that microphone like that.
We need someone to take a picture before we do
Just-
this.
okay,
Can we get a
Yeah.
Can you take a picture real fast before we wrap?
Go ahead.
before
Yeah.
you go to break? Can we
Right.
get
While
can
we
we-
do that and take a picture, I can say thank you
Get
to
some
Sports
pictures.
Grid for having us here and letting us use the set for the 5 days we have been here. This has been a tremendous 5 days. Thank you
Thank you,
to
sir.
Greg Sussman for all the work he put in behind the scenes to get this set up. For everybody at Sports Grid, thank you. Thank you to Rhythm for being one of our sponsors here to come in. That was great talking to James Santori for that. Thank you to Resorts World for the party last night.
Yes.
It was an absolute joy.
Gone.
We cannot wait to be back going into.
We're going to finish the show, and I'm going to come over and find you, brother. Good to see you, sir.
We're going to
right.
be there on Thursday, Friday for the for the first 2 days of the NCAA tournament.
That is official,
It's
by the
official.
way.
Okay, you make your plans. We'll
Please
start
make
on,
the plan.
on Monday. We will start to tell you all more details about that as to how we're going to go ahead and bring you guys for the first ever March Madness BvB weekend, which is going to be tremendous and super fun. If you had FOMO last night because you weren't with us, thank you to everyone in the brigade, by the way, who came out last night. That was tremendous.
Yep.
The picture I posted, there were more people there than just the picture. That was the people at the end who stayed the whole time. There were more people in there for the 2 hours.
Go watch the show.
Yeah, the
Subscribe to the YouTube channel
Show-
at Boston versus
show
the
was
Book.
phenomenal.
Yep.
Thank you so much to you. Appreciate it.
Did
Great
it
work.
again.
Number 3,
Thank
down.
you guys, Jack,
Greg,
awesome.
Thank
Everybody, Sports Grid.
Monday, back, normal time, normal spot for BvB.
Look out.
Thank you so much, everybody.